Mount Myoboku, one of the 3 holy places in the ninja world. The other 2 holy places with the same name, Wet Bone Forest and Ryuchi Cave. The 3 holy places not only have very powerful summoning beasts. What everyone in the ninja world fears and respects is the inheritance of the 3 holy places. If he can pass the test of the immortals of the 3 holy lands, he will inherit the most powerful things of the holy lands. Fairy. That is an ability that can draw on the natural energy of the ninja world. Not only can it bring strength to the ninja's own physique, but the immortal art obtained is even more powerful. However, Hyaming unexpectedly summoned Toad Fukasaku, one of the 3 holy places, the elder level of Mount Myoboku. The ninjas who knew the 3 holy lands opened their eyes directly, and had never seen such an outrageous thing. 4th Raikage. Stop talking, people are tired. Terumi Mei. Yeah, I don't want to be shocked anymore, my heart can't stand it. Onoki. Hehehehe. I have a bold guess, you said whether he will be directly taken by Mr. Fukasaku to practice fairy arts. Luo Sha. After all, there is still nearly a month before the competition starts. Tamari. Father, don't say that, what about Gaara? Luo Sha. It's okay, didn't Hyaming say that he would try his best to ensure that Gaara returned to Sanagakure safely? Gaara. Silent Gaara, who watched the movie, of course got her own ending from Bai Ming. He was defeated by Bai Ming who summoned Bunta Toad, and under the opponent's will, Gaara was also affected. In Bai Ming's world, Gaara understands that her future will undergo earth-shaking changes. But, what about in Hyaming's world? In the eyes of the opponent, he is just a pawn. Gaara. Just hope it's not too embarrassing when the time comes. Konkuro. Gaara. Impossible. Why did this guy suddenly change his gender? Are you scared? Yamanaka Ino and Haruno Sakura continue to observe Naruto's every move in the grass nest. How is it possible? The toad summoned by the white-haired uncle is as big as a mountain. Why did Naruto summon an old man toad? It seems that the white-haired uncle is very strong, and he seems to be teaching Naruto summoning. The 2 women looked at each other, and suddenly realized, this wretched-looking white-haired uncle is now Naruto's master, and they should be more polite when they meet in the future, so as to make a good impression. Toad Fukasaku and Jiraiya are whispering not far away. Uzumaki Naruto narrowed his eyes and stared at the backs of a man and a frog, not knowing what they were talking about. The angry Naruto kept stomping slightly, but because of the key to the 8-sign seal, Uzumaki Naruto planned to wait for Jiraiya. At least the other party doesn't have any malice towards him, and he still wants to teach him ninjutsu. Naruto, I don't think Jiraiya will give you the key to the 8-sign seal easily. After all, Nine Tails' deep thoughts of Uzumaki Naruto's understanding. The day of breaking the seal is just around the corner, and it is inevitable for Nine Tails to be anxious. However, Uzumaki Naruto is not unreasonable. The reason why Jiraiya didn't give him the key to the 8-sign seal must be because he was worried that the 5 stars would be confused. This kind of kindness to protect Naruto, Uzumaki Naruto can feel it. Don't worry, Big Fox. Even if he really doesn't give it to us, I will teach myself to release you after the Chunin exam is over. The other side. Toad Fukasaku was also shocked and stared at his own toad eyes. Little Jiraiya, you didn't tease me. It was little Naruto who summoned me. Yes, old man, do you think there will be any problems in this? The kid also told me that he learned Minado's Rasengan, which was taught by Nine Tails. Jiraiya told Fukasaku in front of him all the things that he couldn't understand at all. Also, he summoned your old man again. Could it be that there is any deep meaning in this? Uzumaki Naruto's operation made Jiraiya feel that things were not normal. However, due to his mistake in making a seal, he reversed summoning and entered Mount Myoboku, and got acquainted with Mount Myoboku. So, he subconsciously thinks that Uzumaki Naruto summoning Fukasaku may be similar to himself back then. This kid is very talented, and he summoned you again. Maybe it indicates that he has a destiny with Mount Myoboku. The main reason is that Jiraiya found that he really has nothing to teach Uzumaki Naruto. He regretted with a little relief. Now, maybe he can only go to Mount Myoboku to practice. Tailed beasts teach ninjutsu is really a rare thing. Fuguo peeked at Naruto who was waiting for them from the corner of his eyes. But he can learn Rasengan at such an age, the talent is natural. After all, he is Minado's son. Toad Fukasaku touched his chin and began to think. All of this may be a kind of fate. Since Jiraiya strayed into Mount Myoboku, his apprentice 4th Hokage also practiced from Mount Myoboku for a while. And the performance is quite good. Perhaps as Jiraiya said, this is a fate. It is also a legacy. Namikaze Minato died young. Maybe what he didn't finish will be replaced by his son. Do you want me to take him back for a try? Audience. Silent. What the hell is going to learn fairy art? Long live. Uzumaki Naruto, put away your kamui now. You are only 12 or 13 years old, just slow down and wait for others. Bai Ming has only gone out with Jiraiya for 3 years of practice now. You have already entered Mount Myoboku in advance. It is really inappropriate. Onoki. Ah. Kuromaki's trip to Mount Myoboku was 3 years ahead of Hakunaru's. Terumi Mei. Third Tsuchikage. What you said is wrong. Maybe Senior Jiraiya took Baiming to Mount Myoboku to practice in the past 3 years. Orochimaru. Don't you think this kind of thing is unfair? Don't forget, Kuro Naruto spent 7 full years in cultivation, and that was 7 full years of cultivation alone. Tsunade. I found out that Orochimaru. Why do you like Koronaru so much? Because he, like you, plans to blow up Konoha village? Orochimaru. HMPH. It's just a Konoha. I think Kuro Naruto will definitely set off a storm that no one can imagine in the ninja world, and I'm looking forward to it. Luosha. Actually, the ninjas in Konoha village should be lucky. If Naruto goes to Mount Myoboku, maybe he won't be able to make it back. Ah. Where do you want me to go with this old man? That won't work. I still have to practice and prepare for the Chunin exam in a month. What if this delays my promotion to Chunin? Chunin and everything are floating clouds. The main reason is that this opportunity is rare, and it will be difficult to find such a perfect opportunity in the future if you don't grasp it. But after thinking about it, Uzumaki Naruto suddenly asks, if I go there to practice, can I become stronger? He. Toad laughs deeply. With a lift of one hand, the huge boulder that is 100 times bigger than it is lifted up. Boy, can Chunin do it? Well, Chunin really can't do it. Uzumaki Naruto was extremely shocked. This old toad looks so small, but has such a powerful wrist. This is something Naruto dare not think about. Perhaps he can smash the boulder in front of him with strange force, but it is really difficult or even impossible to hold it up. Of course practice is nothing else, and it won't delay the Chunin exam. Toad said kindly. That's good. Uzumaki Naruto responded decisively. Things that can make him stronger without delaying his plan, he has no reason to refuse. And as his father's master, Jiraiya will not harm himself if he doesn't know what he thinks in his heart. The idea is settled. Uzumaki Naruto asks, when are we going? You are really impatient, this is like your mother. If you can start now, and leave the rest to me to deal with. Jiraiya said in a deep voice. As for Naruto's matter, in his heart, he is sure that it is the conspiracy of 9 tails. Tail beasts are intelligent. Besides, there has been such a long time, the IQ is not lower than theirs, and humans will even be higher than them. It's too easy to confuse a child. Good. I don't have any problems. Then Grandpa Toad, shall we leave now? See, Uzumaki Naruto agrees. Toad Fukasaku nodded in satisfaction. This kid seems to be more motivated in practice than little Jiraiya. Very good, you stand here and wait. Bunta, if you have nothing to do, go back to Mount Myoboku first, and use reverse summoning to bring little Naruto back. I'll be there soon. Speaking deeply, Toad Wentai immediately took orders. It turns into a puff of white smoke and disappears. But to Naruto's ears, he was at a loss. Reverse summoning, what is that? Mount Myoboku is also called the Lost Mountain. If you walk from Konoha village, it will take at least a month. And if you can't find the right way, you will never be able to reach Demiao Mountain. You just signed a contract with Toad, so we can take you directly from Mount Myoboku. Shen Zuo's voice has not yet fallen. Uzumaki Naruto turned into a white smoke and disappeared. Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Ino, who were in the grass nest, were suddenly frightened by what happened. Naruto disappeared in white smoke. Not good. I have to go to 3rd Hokage to report this matter. A white-haired uncle and a toad kidnapped Uzumaki Naruto. Hey. Wentai moves really fast. Little Jiraiya, go get busy with the follow-up matters, I'll take a step first. Shen Zuo finished speaking and began to seal. The next second, it also disappeared into white smoke. Another puff of white smoke. Uzumaki Naruto appears, he looks around in a daze. The world here is completely different from the ninja world. Mountains and water. The air is fresh, and the toads are actually lying on the huge leaves leisurely. Hey. Kid, are you the one brought by Dad? At this time, a toad that was too similar to Toadwen but was too small jumped to Naruto's feet. My name is Toad Kichi. 1. Hello, Todichi. Uzumaki Naruto said hello to Gamayoshi. He still looks around, he can feel how comfortable the toads are living here. Afterwards, there was another puff of white smoke. Fukasaku appeared in front of everyone. Okay, little Naruto, welcome to the Toad Kingdom Mount Myoboku. Before practicing, let's fill our stomachs first. That's right. Now that I think about it, it's almost time for dinner. Grandpa Immortal, let's start practicing immediately after we have eaten. Yeah. Little Naruto is full of energy, I need to eat more for the daily meeting. However, in the face of the delicious food made by Fukasaku's wife Shima, Uzumaki Naruto is dumbfounded. Yamanaka Ino, that's bugs. Haruno Sakura. What a terrible dish, I can even feel the black smoke from these bugs. Hyuga Hinata. That's right. Maybe the frog's food is bugs. It's really embarrassing for Naruto-kun. Terumi Mei. PFF'd. I can finally see Hemming's embarrassment, it's not easy. Onoki. Ahahaha, no matter how strong this kid is, he will be able to calculate. I didn't expect to eat bugs. Fourth Raikage. Look, he really ate it, because he ate it with a big mouth. Jiraiya. I guess Hyeming thinks that eating this food will help his practice, and he really worked hard for his practice. Luo Sha. Unfortunately, these people have not considered Naruto's inner thoughts, and are still making him stronger. Tsunade. You were wrong. As long as others are still in Konoha village, if you look at the future development, these investments are not a loss. Who will control Konoha village? Shimura Danzo. HMPH. As the granddaughter of first generation, how can you say such a thing? Tsunade. Leaving so many people to eat useless, the result is more developed and regressed, it can't be worse than this. Shizune. Master Tsunade, you really can't drink anymore. Konoha Village Hokage Office. Sarutobi Hiruzen listened to the reports from Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Ino, and then looked at Jiraiya in front of him. Did you take Naruto to Mount Myoboku? Jiraiya looked disgusted. I said, old man, you taught Naruto Shuriken Shadow Clone technique and you didn't tell me? His talent is not inferior to Minato. It's Minato and Kushina's child after all. Sarutobi Hiruzen gave Jiraiya a blank look. Mainly in terms of practice, Naruto is not as troublesome as you. But Jiraiya's eyes suddenly became very serious, and he narrated the matter of Naruto and Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen sat up from the seat abruptly upon hearing this. What's the meaning? You mean 9 tails. So I suspect that 9 tails is bewitching Naruto, and when I was traveling in the ninja world, I found out that he had entered a certain organization in order to chase Orochimaru. Dawn. I suspect that the purpose of this group of tyrannical rebels and ninjas is not as simple as that. Their purpose may be the 9 tails inside Naruto. Fortunately, Naruto has lived up to expectations, except that there is no conclusion about 9 tails, but his own strength after practicing is a fact. 1. I just thought, I can make him stronger. After Sarutobi Hiruzen heard this, the wrinkles on his old face were densely wrinkled together. Dawn? Yes, no matter what, the stronger Naruto is, the safer he is. But Jiraiya, you also need to know that Naruto will have to completely control the power of the tailed beast one day. Sarutobi Hiruzen said in a deep voice. I made him a ninja, and the seal that the 4th generation cast is the 8-sign seal, the purpose is to it's the same. I see. Jiraiya waved his hand and walked out. When the time is right, I will give him the key. I'll go out and continue to investigate the intelligence. After Jiraiya left, Sarutobi Hiruzen showed a little surprise. Has that child Naruto actually reached this point? After the Chunin exam, I have to have a heart-to-heart talk with him. After the Chunin exam, the audience shook their heads helplessly. I'm afraid, Sarutobi Hiruzen's idea cannot be realized in this life. However, what is more interesting is the organization mentioned in the Jiraiya intelligence. Dawn. What exactly are these people? Chunin selection examination venue. Hitaki Kakashi looked at Jiraiya beside him, neither of them spoke. Regarding the Akatsuki organization, after Jiraiya returned to the village, she also talked to Hitaki Kakashi about it. According to Jiraiya, this organization is composed of a group of S-level rebels, and it is rumored that everyone in this group has certain strange hobbies. It is absolutely not for the ninja world to volunteer for this kind of cruel people. And the most competitive thing in the ninja world is the secret weapon of each village that surpasses all the secret arts of blood succession. Tailed beast inside Jinchuriki, however, mention Akatsuki organization. Everyone in the ninja world was discussing in the discussion group. But the strange thing is that as a high-level ninja, it seems that they don't pay much attention to this organization. At this point, Kakashi felt strange. However, in the world of Kwoming, Jiraiya-sama will be much more relaxed due to the outstanding strength of Kwoming. Kakashi couldn't think of it. And the reason why Jiraiya directly handed over Black Ming to Mount Myoboku Toad Fukasaku must be because Jiraiya felt that the time was ripe. Hyming's various basic theories about practice can no longer be taught. The rest, such as the transformation of recognition skills such as chakra nature transformation. This sort of thing would give even Kakashi a headache. Especially how to combine attributes with Rasengan, not to mention Kakashi, even Minato didn't have time to complete it when he was alive. Jiraiya also didn't pursue the study. In order to teach Naruto other ninjutsu, it is better to let him learn Shienjutsu as soon as possible to increase his own safety. Akatsuki, Hidan and Deidara feel very lost. Deidara. Boss, our organization has been exposed, but I saw that the reaction of the top 5 villages was not as tense as I imagined. Hidan. Ha ha ha, little Deidara, they must be freaked out by us. Deidara. I don't think so. After all, the leader asks us to act in groups of 2 to avoid the eyes and ears of the 5 major powers. Now we can't be targeted by the 5 major powers. Pen. He was silent. He pretended to be cold and didn't want to answer Deidara's question. However, Pain is still able to accept the reaction of the 5 major powers. After all, behind his scenes there is a self-proclaimed Uchiha Madara. The opponent hurled Kirigakure, and even controlled the opponent's 4th Mizukage. I heard that not long ago, Kirigakure's Ao and Terumi Mei discovered something wrong with 4th Mizukage, and cracked the Kigenjutsu. This kind of embarrassing thing, Kirigakure's top management will naturally not say it in front of the Zenin community. Onoki of Iwagakure, the land of Earth, is even more scheming. He opened his mouth and kept calling Sarutobi Hiruzen, the old monkey and the old fox, but he was actually the same as the other party. In previous wars, Onoki once hired the Akatsuki organization to complete the trip for them. This kind of behavior of hiring traitorous tolerance is also out of the question. Besides Konoha village, Pain looked at the man who never had any expression on his face. There was a cold snort in my heart. For the sake of Konoha village, you can kill even a whole family. Do you really think that I don't know that you are an undercover agent? However, at this time, the discussion group was frying again. Senju Hashirama. Look at the battle on the screen. Senju Tobarama. No mistake bro, the final integrity of the Chunin exam is about to begin. Terumi Mei. Can the black bird come back from Mount Myoboku? In a month, you shouldn't be able to learn fairy arts. Jiraiya. The most important thing about the so-called fairy art is to feel and absorb the energy of nature. The follow-up practice is actually to consolidate and adapt. Onoki. That is to say, if Hyming can complete the link of absorbing the energy of nature as soon as possible, does it mean that the progress of practice has reached 80? 4th Raikage. That should be quick. Jiraiya. But I don't know if the Black Frame Naruto can succeed, because if he can't successfully ensure the balance of natural energy, he will never come back. Immortal art is not so easy to practice. If it was so easy, Mount Myoboku wouldn't have so many stone frog statues. Those statues are all people who failed in the long history of ninja world. Luo Sha. Could it be that Hyming fell on Mount Myoboku because of his practice of immortality? Orochimaru. HMPH. Don't speak up with your IQ. If Naruto-kun is dead, this big screen will still broadcast a fart in the sky. Rosa. Bang bang bang, bang bang bang. Beautiful fireworks bloom in the sky during the day. This day is extremely lively for Konoha village. The 2 sides of the village gate are even more full of ninjas. The gate opens, and teams of sedan chairs carried by 4 oxen slowly enter Konoha village, aiming at the Chunin examination venue in Konoha village. On both sides of each sedan chair, there are also several servants following. Daimyos from various countries in the ninja world, as well as celebrities from all walks of life, came to Konoha village to participate in this grand event. Everyone looked nervously at the picture on the big screen. For the game, their focus is only on the battle between Hyeming and Gaara. Of course, they are more concerned about the follow-up Orochimaru and Sanagakure's Konoha Honkai plan. As well as Kuro Naruto's revenge and Konoha's shuffling plan. In the audience, Hyuga Hinata rubbed her little hands nervously. Hei Ming's words made her unable to calm down for a long time. She didn't know what it would be like if she could experience it for herself. Of course, she also remembered that when Bai Ming took the Chunin exam, she had a period of alone contact with him. The other party said, Hinata, I like a person like you very much. It's a pity that Hinata understands that Bai Ming's so-called liking doesn't mean that. It's time to start. It really makes people nervous and exciting. Who is the opponent in the first game and who? Let me see. Oh, it's Sanagakure's Gaara and our Uzumaki Naruto. It turned out to be that brat. Shouldn't there be any problems? Cut. I really didn't expect him to make it this far. 1. The audience is very lively. VIP position. The two guys with fat heads and big ears looked at each other and smiled. Which guy do you plan to buy to win? Uzumaki Naruto? I don't have much information about him. I see, I will choose Gaara, the Gaara of Sandblast. Huh. I'm actually more optimistic about Uchiha Sasuke. I have pressed a lot of his games. The two dignitaries were talking on their own. The ninjas holding their lives in the competition below are just objects for fun in their eyes. Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen also came to the scene in person. Sitting on a high stand, he looks down at the contestants below. Gaara, Temari, Kankuro, Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, Aburame Shino, Nara Shikamaru. Why? Sarutobi Hiruzen sighs. Because Tuzhi of Yinyan village was hammered to death by Uzumaki Naruto, the city Hinata surrendered. Aburame Shino has a first round bye. However, although Sanagakure seems to have only 3 people, the number of ninjas participating in their ninja village is much less than that of Konoha village. That Gaara's level has already surpassed the average genin, at least. Thinking about it, Sarutobi Hiruzen spits out a cloud of smoke lightly. Naruto has gone to Mount Myoboku. I have nothing to worry about. As long as he can come back in time, our Konoha village will stand out the most. This is about the future mission entrustment and the reputation of the village. Sarutobi Hiruzen naturally cannot hope that Sanagakure will steal the scenery of Konoha village. At this time, there is no such thing as a league village. However, at this moment, footsteps came from the stairs of the high platform. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked sideways, and immediately smiled when he saw the person coming. 4th Kazekage, it's really exhausting. Orochimaru, incarnated as 4th Kazekage, sees Sarutobi Hiruzen, and his eyes flicker coldly. Then jokingly said, I'm still young, I'm fine. If the exam is arranged in Sanagakure, the land of winds, it would be really embarrassing for 3rd Hokage. At this age, has the 3rd generation project not considered a new Hokage candidate? Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't know that the other party was Orochimaru, so naturally he didn't care, but he said with a smile, Hehe, with the old man's physical condition, it won't be a problem to do Hokage for another 5 years. Pooh. Root organization. Shimura Danzo spat at Sarutobi Hiruzen on the screen with disdain. What a shameless guy, you've been Hokage for decades, time to step aside. Hey, what's going on? Why didn't you start yet? Yes, we have been sitting for a long time. Except for Uzumaki Naruto, the rest of the candidates have already been seated. Several people stand in front of Shiranui Genma, waiting quietly for Uzumaki Naruto's arrival. That rascal. What are you doing? Uchiha Sasuke was a little anxious. He practiced at Kakashi for a month, but learned a new ninjutsu. Due to intensive training of new ninjutsu, he did not meet Uzumaki Naruto during this month. Now, the competition has started, but that guy is nowhere to be seen. Sasuke is even worried that within a month's time, Gaara has taken revenge on Uzumaki Naruto. Among the auditorium, Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Ino are also anxious, heart-pounding. Since Naruto was taken away by the white-haired uncle and Toad last time, the two of them have visited Naruto's house several times in the past month. Until last night, when the two of them went together, they found that the other party hadn't come back. Hey, do you think Naruto will be in any danger? Ino worried. Unfortunately, her worry caused Haruno Sakura to scold. Shut your crow's mouth, Naruto will be fine. Hyuga Hinata heard the sound, and also prayed to see Naruto appear sooner, at least to prove that he really didn't encounter any danger. Jiraiya. What is that kid doing? Why hasn't he come back yet? 1 month is supposed to be enough. Onoki. It's not really an accident. Terumi Mei. I remember Bai Ming was also late. 4th Raikage. Yes, Bai Ming was led by a group of. The bull chased all the way, who knows, boom. Suddenly, a huge noise once again attracted everyone's attention. Chunin examination venue, a toad suddenly broke into the competition venue. Despite the doubts of several people, it immediately formed a seal and slapped the ground. Ninja summoning technique. Boom. A huge smokescreen suddenly rises from the arena. This scene shocked everyone. Wait for the smoke to dissipate before everyone could see clearly that a giant toad with a scar on his face, a knife on his waist, and a pipe in his mouth appeared in the arena. And, beside it are two toads of the same size. What is that? Enemy attack. No, that's Jiraiya-sama's summoning beast. Why did it appear here? Hey, look, there is a person standing on the toad's head. Oh, it's that kid, it's Uzumaki Naruto. The originally noisy audience suddenly became much quieter. No one can believe that Uzumaki Naruto will appear in such a cool way. Those big toads are the summoning beasts of Mount Myoboku, and they are extremely powerful existences. They sent Uzumaki Naruto to the arena? It's simply incredible. On the high platform, looking at the returning Uzumaki Naruto, Sarutobi Hiruzen breathed a sigh of relief. The previous tension was also relieved. He was actually sent back, and it seems that his practice in Mount Myoboku went very smoothly. Orochimaru was stunned when he saw this, and he was horrified. Could it be possible that this kid has gone to Mount Myoboku? Above the stands, Uzumaki Naruto's contemporaries all looked at the chief in surprise. Rock Lee. The way Naruto-kun appeared on stage seems a bit exaggerated. Inuzuka Tooth. He is Naruto. I didn't expect to disappear for a month, and he seems to have undergone a new change. Hyuga Hinata and the others finally let out a sigh of relief when they saw Naruto appear. No matter what, it's reassuring to see people. Hey, Naruto. Well, let me just say that this way of appearing on the stage is cool. Look at how dumbfounded they all are. They are really a group of guys who have never seen the world. Gamaji, who was lying on Naruto's shoulder, said to Naruto with a smile. This kid is the most talented guy it has ever seen. The absorption of natural energy is also the fastest to complete. I have to make Wa feel admiration for a while. After all, even the old ancestor Fukasaku looked at him with admiration. However, Naruto grinned in embarrassment. He didn't feel very wise to reveal that he had been to Mount Myoboku at the beginning. However, it will not affect too much. It's just that I can't refuse the kindness of all the frogs, so Naruto can agree. Naruto, my mission is complete. The rest is up to you, but don't lose the game. Try to become a Chunin once. Toad Wentai smiled heartily, but felt sorry for the group of people below. It would be a pity that these people would die at a young age if they were to meet the current Uzumaki Naruto. I'm leaving, Naruto. End. Toad Wentai led all the toads into white smoke and disappeared. Under everyone's amazed eyes, Uzumaki Naruto slowly fell from a high altitude and landed lightly on the ground. Sorry. I'm late. Naruto patted the back of his head and replied. The way you came out made such a big commotion. Hey. Where did you go to practice this month? Nara Shikamaru spread her hands speechlessly. I'm sorry, I don't want to, but in this month, I have become stronger again. Naruto responded to Shikamaru with a smile, then nodded to Sasuke as a greeting. Aburame Shino. This guy seems to have forgotten my existence. Afterwards, Naruto set his sights on the gloomy but excited Gaara. He secretly said in his heart, this kid must be suffocated, but it's a pity, Gaara, now I can handle you casually. Again. Hymen's last mental activity immediately made all the audience's scalps tingle. In previous viewings, most of what Uzumaki Naruto is doing on the surface is paving the way for his own plan. But this is the first time that Vice Admiral sees the opponent as weak directly in his heart. Terumi Mei. I remember that Black Ming usually does things with a humble personality, and there are very few situations where he looks down on his opponent 100%. Onoki. Is it difficult to understand this kind of thing? It must be that he felt a qualitative change in his own strength during the process of practicing on Mount Myoboku. Fourth Raikage. Plus he saw the battle between Rock Lee and Gaara, so he probably has a sense of balance. Jiraiya. No, he's still exaggerating, because he doesn't know Gaara's strength when he summons the crane after completely transforming into a tailed beast. Uzumaki Naruto. Is there a possibility, the big fox has already told Hymen about the situation of guarding the crane? Audience. Such a thing is not impossible. And when watching Bai Ming's battle, even if Gaara fully summoned Shu Crane, it was still under the doze technique. Once he was woken up, Shuhei would return to his body again. All in all, for the current Koronaru, even if Gaara summons Shukuru, he will not be the opponent of Koronaru. Get it right. Judging from all analysis, there is nothing wrong with what Hymen said, and he can already handle the current Gaara with ease. But Gaara in Hymen world didn't seem to feel the danger coming. As always, he showed a look of resentment. bound to tear Uzumaki Naruto apart. Everyone. Seeing that everything is ready. The audience seemed impatient to wait any longer. Sarutobi Hiruzen put his hands behind his back and walked to the edge of the high platform. Welcome all guests to come to our Konoha village to watch the Chunin selection exam. I would like to express my sincere, 333, thanks. Next, let's invite these candidates who have passed the qualifiers to participate in the official selection competition. Please watch it to your heart's content. Orochimaru looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's back indifferently, and sneered in his heart. Teacher Sarutobi, maybe you can see more exciting things later. Sarutobi Hiruzen's speech ended, and the proctor Shiranui Genma came to everyone with a toothpick in his mouth. Shuenjin, with his hands in his pockets, put on a cool look, and said calmly, although this is the main match, the rules are the same as those in the qualifiers. Only if one of the two sides in the battle dies or admits defeat, will the winner be determined. However, if I think the score is over, I will stop the game. Don't resist, understand? Another life-saving battle. However, Shiranui Shuenjin seems to have more confidence than Moonlight Gale. That is when he thinks that the opponent is powerless to resist or has no strength to admit defeat. Shiranui Genma will not allow the other party to kill the opponent at will. Uzumaki Naruto and the others did not express any willingness to refute. Especially in Naruto's heart, this Chunin exam is actually just a match between him and Gaara. Naruto, are you nervous? In the spiritual world, Nine Tails stands uncharacteristically straight. Due to the teleportation from Mount Myoboku, it seems that you didn't have time to install a clone in the village. It's okay to be nervous, but I missed the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I don't know when I'll have to wait. Uzumaki Naruto smiled slightly. There is no need to worry about the shadow clone arrangement. My original plan was to let Gaara show off his tail beast power, and then let him chase me all over the streets of Konoha village as much as possible. Uzumaki Naruto looks around the arena. As long as he breaks the wall on one side of the arena, he can directly enter the neighborhood of Konoha village. I think with Gaara's strength, I shouldn't care about the status of this Chunin exam. What I need to do is to stimulate his strong intention to kill me again. Uzumaki Naruto looks at Gaara, who is trembling with excitement. I don't know to what extent he has used the power of the tailed beast. But I hope he won't let me down. Naruto gave a thumbs up to Kurama behind him. Big Fox, let's tease Gaara. 1. It will be a game of cat and mouse. Is this a game of cat and mouse? After hearing this, the audience gasped. What is it like for a cat to catch a mouse? It's for playing, it's for teasing, and the cat will give the mouse a fatal blow when it gets tired of playing. Now, Hyeming is that cat, and poor Gaara is a mouse in his eyes. But, how confident is Hyeming to say such words? In any case, Gaara is also a Jinchuriki that can be completely tailed. It is even possible to release the real crane. This is not something that ordinary Jinchuriki can do. The most outrageous thing for the audience is that everyone knows Gaara's strength through Bai Ming's vision. But Hei Ming didn't know what happened because of his black eyes. In this situation of insufficient information, he actually dared to make a plan. Onoki. I remember that when Haimaru was in school, he especially liked a subject called reasoning about the development of a situation based on uncertain factors and conjectures. Terumi Mei. Did he make these series of follow-up plans by capturing Gaara's character? Fourth Raikage. Even if Gaara turns into a half-tailed beast and runs after Konoha village, it will bring great fear to the villagers. Konkuro. Yes, to be honest, I can only tremble with fear when I face the half-tailed Gaara. Tamari. Me too, let alone us. I remember Bai Ming's vision. Uchiha Sasuke, Haruno Sakura and Bai Ming saw Gaara. Which one was not shivering with fright at first, let alone those villagers? Orochimaru. It's a pity that Naruto-kun is too worried. Gaara is not only beyond his imagination, but I am here to help him. Let me take a look. The first contestant is Gaara. Uzumaki Naruto. The moment Gaara heard the name of Uzumaki Naruto, Gaara's eyes suddenly widened, bloodshot eyes filled with anger. Here we come. This day has finally come. Gaara roared inwardly. This month, he feels is the longest phase of his life. He tried to defy Baki's order to find Uzumaki Naruto, which of course he did. It's a pity that I searched the entire Konoha village, but I didn't find any trace of Uzumaki Naruto. He even went to Uzumaki Naruto's house, but still found nothing. At this moment, he waited for too long. The feeling of wanting to tear Uzumaki Naruto apart is finally about to explode. As if he could feel the killing intent emanating from Gaara. Uzumaki Naruto was slightly startled, and then a smile hung on the corner of his mouth. Hulu. Let me test your strength in a moment. Hey. Examiner, when does it start? Gaara looked at Uzumaki Naruto excitedly, without even looking at Hagenma. However, his words made Zanjian frown. Just now, he could clearly sense a strong murderous intent passing by his side. Just passing by makes him feel shuddering. This guy. Shiranui Genma glanced nervously at Gaara, who looked like a monster, and looked deeply at Uzumaki Naruto. This kid, there are many dangers, and I have to find a way to stop them as much as possible. Shuenjin naturally knows the importance of Uzumaki Naruto, if he really watched Naruto be killed by Gaara. Sarutobi Hiruzen will definitely hold him accountable. Moreover, it is still a very heavy responsibility. Hey. It's really troublesome. Shuenjin sighed, and then shouted. Those who have nothing to do with the competition, please retreat to the viewing platform to wait for the results of the competition. Finally able to go. Kankuro was trembling all over, and the palms holding the puppet straps were already dripping with sweat. Uzumaki Naruto is afraid that he has lived too long, so he has the urge to seek death. Feeling the monstrous anger emanating from Gaara, Kankuro couldn't help praying to Naruto. Boy, you'd better let Gaara vent his anger completely. 1. Otherwise, Tamari and I will suffer. Here we go. The battle between Gaara and Uzumaki is finally about to begin. Everyone swallowed nervously at this moment. This kind of angry Gaara is even more frightening than when Beiming World played against Sasuke. Everyone admits that Haiming's talent is different from ordinary people, and that he returned from Mount Myoboku cultivation at a young age. However, what he is facing is not so much Gaara, but Shuhei is more appropriate. 12 or 13-year-old boy, facing Shuhei alone? This is beyond anyone's imagination. Among the audience, Baki watched Gaara's every move nervously. This guy. No, I haven't seen Gaara so excited for a long time. Is there really no way to forget Uzumaki Naruto's taunt? Damn it, this guy has already left all his plans behind. On the field of the venue, Uzumaki Naruto and Gaara stand facing each other. Contest. Start. The game officially started. Zanjian stepped away and left, leaving the entire arena to the two. Hum. This day has finally come, Uzumaki Naruto. Gaara chuckled excitedly, her body shaking uncontrollably. I heard that you and I are of the same kind. Hum. You really have the qualifications to be killed by me. After Gaara finished speaking, he let out a heavy breath. Lift up your face to enjoy the sun. He feels that today's sunshine is extraordinarily bright. It shines warmly on the body. Uzumaki Naruto. Big Fox. Do you mean that all the Jinchuriki look like they are seriously ill except me? Naruto didn't expect Gaara to face him, and he was so excited that he was about to pervert. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to be as serious as him. I have some neurological problems. Nine Tails replied indifferently. Boom. The gourd plug behind Gaara shoots out suddenly, and Uzumaki Naruto knocks it down with a wave. Excited Gaara takes the lead. The sand in the reed slowly floated out of it. However, at this moment, a mutation occurred. The sand that was originally floating suddenly stagnated in midair, but Gaara seemed to be stimulated by some kind. Painfully covering his right face, Naruto frowned, shocked in his heart. Damn it. At the critical moment, there won't be anything wrong with this kid, right? Audience. No. This is Gaara being overly excited. Just when Naruto was puzzled, Gaara's voice sounded again. However, this time, his expression became ferocious. Don't worry, this guy's blood must be the most delicious. He is just like me, a monster. Big Fox. What is that guy doing? Naruto Fox acts. Nine Tails grinned and said, Naruto, I really didn't expect this kid to be so weak. 1. What? You mean? Rampage, this guy is about to go berserk because he is too excited. There is such a good thing. Uzumaki Naruto heard the words, his eyes flashed brightly, then help him. Thinking of this, Uzumaki Naruto showed a hint of cunning. I'm going to act now, little gourd. Small gourd? Tamari and Kankuro are directly surrounded. Can't that idiot feel Gaara's emotions? Still trying to provoke him. Uzumaki Naruto naturally wants this kind of result. The next second, Naruto suddenly disappeared in place. Appeared again, he has come to Gaara, punched down. Gaara is not a vegetarian either. The suspended sand immediately turned into a sandwall to block Naruto's attack. Boom. With this punch, Gaara's sandwall was pierced immediately, but Naruto's attack was also prevented. Unfortunately, the next moment, Uzumaki Naruto disappeared again. This is impossible. Naruto he. In the stands, Uzumaki Naruto's contemporaries all showed surprise. This action is very similar to the battle between Rock Lee and Gaara. Naruto-kun. Rock Lee, who was on crutches, was dumbfounded. What exactly did the other party do in this month, and why did his physical skills improve so fast? No. Rock Lee just realized that he had never seen Uzumaki Naruto make a move. Lee. In fact, you said something wrong last time. 4.3. Naruto is not an existence comparable to me. If you think I am a genius, then he is an existence beyond genius. Uchiha Sasuke's words immediately shocked Rock Lee. It turns out that this is the original truth of the matter. Terumi Mei. Hei Ming actually imitated Rock Lee's taijutsu, Onoki. He was killing people, trying to remind Gaara of the humiliation of being beaten. Fourth Raikage. Hei Ming this kid. Bang bang bang. The two sides contacted several times, and Gaara barely blocked Uzumaki Naruto's attacking fist. But such moves annoyed Gaara very much. Damn Naruto. Recalling the scene of being violently beaten by Rock Lee, Gaara suddenly set off a wave of sand and wanted to swallow Naruto. Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto easily escaped. HMPH. Is this the level? Gaara sneered. Imitate others' tricks but can't play Rock Lee's aggressiveness. So you were so weak. However, in the face of Gaara's ridicule, Uzumaki Naruto didn't care, waved his hand and smiled. I'm just trying the results of my recent practice, to tell you the truth. I'm actually a sensitive player. After speaking, he suddenly unbuttoned his jacket and threw out the weight wrapped around his waist. Boom. With a loud noise, a thick layer of smoke and dust was raised behind Naruto. This scene made Gaara frown even more. Sorry Gaara, after this, you won't be able to touch me. Uzumaki Naruto remained calm, with a tepid expression on his face, as if he had completely taken Gaara into his eyes. Little gourd, I'm about to go, try to keep up with my speed if you have the ability. Sheesh. Gaara's sand flies away following Uzumaki Naruto's figure. But every time I hit it, it's all afterimages. As the other party said, he couldn't touch Naruto even once. Gaara occasionally feels someone's hand on his shoulder. Naruto's speed is completely beyond Gaara's imagination. Damn Uzumaki Naruto. Gaara let out a roar, and then felt a blow of punching wind. Boom. Feeling the pain from his face, Gaara flew out 10 meters away with the gourd on his back. Impossible. Temari and Kankuro in the stands looked dumbfounded. The situation on the court is completely beyond the imagination of the two. If Gaara can't even touch Uzumaki Naruto, then what AF * king fart? Gaara. Your face is cracked. Uzumaki Naruto stepped in front of Gaara, who fell to the ground, and read the previous jokes between words. But he said indifferently, is this your skill? I thought you were strong, but it turns out. Such weakness. Naruto's mockery made Gaara even more annoyed. In Sanagakure, which ninja is not afraid of his existence. Every time a mission is performed, no one can escape his strangulation. The thrill of slaughter excites Gaara and makes his blood surge. And now, what Uzumaki Naruto gave himself is definitely the most humiliating time in history. Uzumaki Naruto. Go to hell with me. Gaara couldn't hide the anger in his heart. The sand on the ground was just like his mood at this time, followed by a mania. And in the blink of an eye, Uzumaki Naruto was tightly bound. Not good, that is. Rock Lee yelled badly. He has suffered from this trick. The sand of Gaara has the power to crush human bones. Snort. Didn't choose to avoid it, you are very confident. Then I will. Gaara clenched her fists and muttered 29 words, sand waterfall. Boom. But the next second, Gaara was dumbfounded. The sand that originally tightly wrapped Uzumaki Naruto was blown away by a force in an instant. Looking closely, I saw that Naruto was holding a chakra ball emitting faint blue light in his hand. Rasengan. Hitaki Kakashi saw this, his monocular trembling suddenly. This kid. But Kakashi is naturally relieved when he thinks of Uzumaki Naruto's trip to Mount Myoboku. It seems that Naruto is hiding a lot of things from me. Seeing Naruto break free from the bondage of the sand, while Gaara was surprised, his eyes fixed on the Rasengan in Naruto's hand. This guy looks like he's going to use ninjutsu to attack. Gaara chuckled. Uzumaki Naruto, aren't you going to run around like a cockroach? While speaking, Gaara has already started to seal. The sand under his feet suddenly rose up, wrapping him tightly. Come on. Let me see how you can break my absolute defense. Absolute defense? Seeing this scene, the audience felt sympathy for Gaara of Hyeming World. Even the defense that Uchiha Sasuke's Chidori can break through, isn't it vulnerable in the eyes of Koronaru today? The most pitiful thing is that Gaara in Hyeming World doesn't know these things at all. Uzumaki Naruto ignored Gaara's bullying. When the other party is completely wrapped up, Naruto sets off with Rasengan in his arms. Snored. Gaara, who was hiding in absolute defense, sneered. Through the eye of sand, he can accurately see the movement trajectory of Uzumaki Naruto. The originally calm sandball immediately started. The attached sand turned into spikes and rushed towards Naruto. However, the next second, Gaara was stunned. Uzumaki Naruto faced the stabbing sand cone, and did not dodge at all. After instantly entering Sage Mode, Naruto cut off the sharp sand cone with a wave of his hand. Rasengan. Boom, in an instant, Gaara only felt a flash of light in front of his eyes. When I reacted, I realized that my absolute defense had been completely penetrated. Rasengan's high-speed rotation opened a huge hole in the absolute defense. Fortunately, this ninjutsu did not hit me. Otherwise the consequences are unimaginable. Naruto, can you perceive his position? Yes, after entering Sage Mode, I can indeed clearly sense the specific position of Gaara in the sandball. Uzumaki Naruto communicated with Nine Tails indifferently. I feel that things are a little bit bad. I seem to have overestimated Gaara's strength. Audience. This for a while, everyone didn't know how to evaluate Hyeming. You used Sage Mode in the Chunin exam, isn't this a dimensionality reduction strike? Terumi Mei. Is that Black Naruto's Sage Mode? The pupils have become toad eyes, and the corners of the eyes are accompanied by eyeshadow. Jiraiya. Good boy, he doesn't even look like a toad. This is the perfect Sage Mode. Onoki. So he just used the spikes from the Gaara sandball that Sage Mode chopped off. Fourth Raikage. As this, the body of a fairy? Boom. Another heavy blow. Just now, Uzumaki Naruto controlled the oyster ball and did not hurt Gaara. He was very afraid, if Gaara lost all combat power after that move, then all plans would be ruined. Boom. Gaara hit the wall of the meeting place heavily. Fortunately, he was protected by the gourd, so he was protected from extremely strong damage. At this time, the entire venue was quiet. Especially Temari and Kankuro. I can't believe it at all. Uzumaki Naruto is actually beating Gaara in front of him. What can I do? What if? No. Kankuro just wanted to worry that Gaara's injury would affect the battle plan, but now that he thinks about it, he is more afraid that the battle between Naruto and Gaara will continue like this. Gaara will become like that. You are really weak, Gaara. Naruto stepped in front of Gaara. The indifference in his eyes was like rubbish. You are not my opponent at all, surrender. I am a very kind person in my heart, and I don't want to kill you. That would bring unnecessary trouble to our Konoha village. Uzumaki Naruto pretends to be kind and persuasive. But its purpose is to keep suppressing Gaara's self-esteem. As weak as you are, no one in Sanagakure will recognize you. Like. It doesn't exist at all. Uzumaki Naruto squinted at Gaara, carefully observing the changes in the eyes and expression of the other party with the glory of his eyes. Yes. A weak person like you, who can't do anything for the village, has absolutely no meaning in existence. The meaning of existence. When Uzumaki Naruto said this, Gaara suddenly felt a splitting headache. He shouted hysterically. What do you know? Me. My existence will never disappear, he he he. At this time, Gaara sneered a few times. Why do you think I exist? I am different from you, I exist to kill everyone except myself. Uzumaki Naruto. Ah. Gaara let out a loud roar suddenly, and the gourd on his back exploded on the spot. The manic sands together completely enveloped him. The next second, the sand covering his body seemed to turn him into a monster in the form of a civet cat. The thick arms are more than 2 meters long. Sharp fangs, plus a pair of orange civet cat eyes, and a thick and long tail growing out behind it. This is. Big Fox, is this what Gaara looks like after using the power of the tailed beast? Looking at the transformed Gaara, Uzumaki Naruto is overjoyed. But no matter how it feels, apart from becoming a little ugly, Uzumaki Naruto didn't feel any trace of a strong person from Gaara in this state. HMPH. Although it's not perfect, I can feel the chakra of that stinky raccoon from him. That's right, this should be the tailed beast of Gaara. Transformed. Gaara turned into that ghostly look. Temari and Kankuro, the siblings, were dumbfounded. Hey, Gaara. Crazy, this is completely stimulated by Uzumaki Naruto. Temari said tremblingly. Then, Plan. Uzumaki Naruto, I will kill you. The sound that resounded through the heavens and the earth made the audience present feel terrified. Even Shiranui Genma on the field doesn't know how to deal with Gaara, who is going berserk. Third generation project. Shiranui Shuenjin is numb. This kind of matter can only be handed over to third Hokage. This is. Above the high platform, Sarutobi Hiruzen was equally confused. Could it be that Gaara belongs to Sanagakure? Jinchuriki. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't know how to solve it for a while, and he couldn't stop the game directly in front of the big names and dignitaries of various countries. Fourth Kazekage, look. I see your hammer. At this time, Orochimaru's face was even uglier than Sarutobi Hiruzen's. He didn't expect Gaara to be stimulated by Uzumaki Naruto to look like this. Now the tail beast is shown directly at the venue, who knows if it will directly become a crane in the next second. The old snake hasn't waited for Uchiha Sasuke to appear. He. Third generation project. Orochimaru and Sarutobi Hiruzen look at each other. Now that he can't care much anymore, he cast a warlike look at the subordinates behind him. See you two. Without any hesitation, he rushed forward, and immediately opened the smoke bomb in his hand. Boom. The sudden commotion on the high platform also attracted everyone's attention. Uzumaki Naruto saw this, his eyes tightened suddenly. What happened again? What? Could it be that? Baki stands up abruptly. He didn't expect that the fourth Kazekage on the high platform would give the order to attack at this time. Yakushi Kabuto was even more dumbfounded. He didn't even have time to use illusion to put the people in the venue into a deep sleep. But fortunately, seeing the signal flare, the ninja of Yinyan Village, who was originally hidden in the crowd, appeared in front of everyone first. At this moment, everyone was shocked. Kakashi, this is. The incident happened suddenly. Might Guy turned pale with fright. Damn it, could it be called war? Boom. Kakashi's voice just fell when a roar came from outside the venue. Sure enough, we were careless. What, war? The audience at the venue raised their buttocks in horror and were about to run out when they heard the words. Suddenly, the venue was in chaos. Uzumaki Naruto looked up 713 to the high platform, and at some point, a purple enchantment had risen there. Sarutobi Hiruzen seems to have been hijacked, trapped in the Enchantment King. That person is. Naruto, who is still in the circle, is even more confused when he sees the face of the other party. Isn't that the Orochimaru in the Forest of Death? This guy actually trapped the third Hokage of Konoha village. Look at this, the two seem to be fighting each other. Hey. Big Fox. Naruto laughs and looks at Nine Tails behind him. Nine Tails puts out a thumbs up. Nice, I didn't expect someone to help us. I really didn't expect that even God is on our side. Uzumaki Naruto was happy. He was thinking of relying on Gaara to create chaos, and the two came from the street for a death chase. I never expected that Orochimaru from Yinyan village would take the initiative to attack Konoha village. And listening to the continuous roar outside, the smart Naruto guessed that the outside world of the venue was also in a mess. Naruto. I'll leave this to you, I'll go support Kakashi and the others. Shiranui Genma left a sentence, and ran towards the auditorium non-stop. Help. How so? Very scary. In the venue, the audience who originally wanted to escape did not escape the poisonous hands of the Yinyan village ninja. Not only Yinyan village, but also a group of Sanagakure ninjas appeared from nowhere. Kankuro, Tamari yells. Let's go to Gaara. Stupid. Do you want to die early? Instead of going to Gaara, we might as well stay and fight the genin in Konoha village. The screams of the villagers, the screams of the ninja. Suddenly, the venue was full of wailing, and the situation was quite tragic. He. Uzumaki Naruto, I heard from the villagers of Konoha village that you are determined to protect their existence. 1. Is the current scene in line with your wishes? What about your existence? Let me see how you protect them from us. Damn it, you despicable guy. Uzumaki Naruto pretended to grit his teeth and said, I will finish you soon, and then go to protect the villagers. Audience. Konoha Honkai plan has long been expected by everyone. For this reason, they did not feel any surprise. However, what Gaara said made everyone silent. Silly boy. The group of Konoha village villagers you called are actually Uzumaki Naruto's shadow clone. However, Uzumaki Naruto's performance was even more overwhelming. How thick-skinned are you guys? Doesn't your heart hurt when you say this? The Konoha Honkai plan of Himing World is obviously different from that of Beiming World. Gaara was unhurt and did not escape under the cover of Tamari and Kankuro. Unsurprisingly, Shukaku is bound to make an appearance in Konoha village. What makes people feel the most tragic is the villagers and ninjas who came to watch the battle. In Hakumen's world, everyone fell into a deep sleep thanks to Yakushi Kabuto's illusion. And those who fell asleep were not persecuted. But Hei Ming world, they suffered heavy casualties. Is this what war is supposed to be like? In the world of Beiming, those ninjas who have never experienced war are panicked. He looked stunned. Especially the ninjas in Konoha village. Seeing someone they knew died at the hands of the enemy, they felt complicated and didn't know how to let go. And it didn't end there. Gaara has not turned into Shukaku, and Uzumaki Naruto has not yet started his street bombing action. What will happen in the future? Many timid people have already closed their eyes in fright and dare not explore further. Konoha Village Chunin Examination Venue. The form is pretty grim for Konoha Village. Uzumaki Naruto, who returned from Mount Myoboku, was pinned down by Gaara, and 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen even entered a tug of war with Orochimaru. What makes people even more panic is that Orochimaru actually summoned Konoha Village's 1st Hokage, 2nd Hokage to fight against Sarutobi Hiruzen. Kakashi. Boom. Might Guy confessed to a Yinyan village ninja with a fist. Guy. Concentrate, these ninjas from Yinyan village and Sanagakure are still pouring into the venue. The two were back to back. The incident happened suddenly, and the enemy was well prepared. Konoha village fell into a more passive situation than the two imagined. Nowadays, they simply don't care about protecting the so-called people. However, fortunately, the ninjas of Yinyan village and Sanagakure don't seem to be interested in those villagers lying on the seats. As long as the villagers don't move around, the other party won't attack them. Hasn't Naruto solved Gaara yet? Rock Lee said anxiously. He has never been so unwilling. Because he was seriously injured and leaning on a cane, he had to be surrounded by his companions for protection. Now is not the time to talk about this matter. Everyone maintain a good formation. Don't move around. Nara Shikamaru roars loudly. As the genin of Konoha village, they don't seem to be able to help Kakashi and Might Guy effectively. The only thing that can be done is to ensure that they will not cause trouble to the two of them. Simply, Naruto's contemporaries surrounded the city and carried out effective defense. Uzumaki Naruto. Boom. Gaara thrusts his arms into the ground of the playing field excitedly. Let you see my power. Quicksand burst. In an instant, the originally calm land trembled slightly. Then, the sand all over the ground rushed towards Uzumaki Naruto like waves. Big Fox, do you think Gaara can continue to use his tail beast power? During the speech, Uzumaki Naruto communicated with 9 tails while spreading out the words. Buzzing. In a very short time, a fan-shaped Rasengan appeared in his hand with a huge roar. This Rasengan is like being wrapped in a shuriken. That is, the huge roar from the competition venue attracted everyone's attention. Rasengan. No, that's. Hitaki Kakashi kicked a sand shinobi away, and with the help of Sharingan, he could easily see the terrifying chakra contained in Naruto's Chunin technique. A new ninjutsu born after the Rasengan form change? Naruto he. As Naruto's teacher, I don't know anything about it. When Kakashi was shocked, he also felt guilty in his heart. Naruto-kun. What is he going to do? Could it be that Naruto is going to use that kind of ninjutsu to fight against the waves of sand created by Gaara? It's so scary, the battle between those two people seems to be completely beyond our ability to participate. Uzumaki Naruto's contemporaries gritted their teeth. The same group of ninjas, why is there such a big gap? The 4 purple flames are in the formation. Orochimaru frowned. That kid, he still hides this hand, die. No, I thought I practiced after I went to Mount Myoboku. Uzumaki Naruto. Orochimaru was also shocked. The young Naruto actually mastered ninjutsu together with Shienjutsu and Rasengan form change. This makes Orochimaru feel a little moved. In addition, the opponent is Jinchuriki from 9 Tails, maybe. Is he more fragrant than Sasuke? However, remembering that Uchiha Itachi almost sent him away in a second, Orochimaru sneered. It's a pity that compared to Sharingan, it's still a lot worse. Naruto, don't worry about whether Gaara can continue to be a beast. 1. Let's resolve his attack first. 9 Tails points to the sand waves that were approaching before him. It seems that the Jinchuriki of the stinky raccoon cat has some skills. Got it. I'll crack Gaara's trick now. Uzumaki Naruto said casually. By the way, golden eyeshadow appeared again between his eyes. Facing the ground not far away, let out a clear drink. Wind-style Rasengan shuriken. Buzzing. The spiral shuriken hits the root of the surf with a huge roar. At the same time as it touched the ground, the entire spiral shuriken exploded instantly. Boom boom boom. The moment the explosion sounded suddenly, Gaara only felt a gust of wind blowing from the opposite side of the sand waves. The next second, the entire sand waves seemed to be pulled by some terrifying force, and the intention was directly scattered in all directions. Nani? Impossible. Gaara stared, and before he could feel astonished, a strong gust of wind swept across his body. Whoosh whoosh. Gaara, who flew upside down, could hear light ringing from time to time. This sound was like a blade cutting through something constantly. Boom. It wasn't until Gaara fell heavily to the ground, and after struggling to get up, she realized that the sand covering her body seemed to be cut into pieces by thousands of knives. It's full of scars. Of course, everyone who has seen the power of the wind-style spiral shuriken. But at the same time, he stopped the movement in his hand. Hey, what did that blonde kid do? He actually knocked the tailed beast Gaara into the air. No, I mean the deep pit on the field. Could it be caused by his ninjutsu just now? The ninja of Sanagakure couldn't believe what he was seeing. Who the hell is this? When did such a terrifying ninja appear in Konoha village? Hold on. The ninja audience shook their heads after watching it. Is this the shape-changing ninjutsu formed by Rasengan adding wind attribute chakra? This is too scary. Not only does it have the power of Rasengan itself, but after adding the wind attribute, the power of the entire ninjutsu has undergone a huge qualitative change. Even more amazing is the chakra blade created by the wind attribute after the entire spiral shuriken explodes. The momentum of cutting people into pieces is too scary. Onoki. Fortunately, Uzumaki Naruto kept his hand, otherwise Gaara would have been much worse. Terumi Mei. The power of the explosion broke through the sand waves, and the wind attribute chakra contained in the storm even cut Gaara's body with scars. It's a terrible ninjutsu. Luosha. If it weren't for the sand armor of Shuhei, Gaara might have been seriously injured. Hey, my child. Fourth Raikage. This kid, if you give him a chance to develop, it's really scary. Could it be that our Lord Danzo, the darkness of shinobi, can hold his breath? Shimura Danzo. HMPH. Shut your stinking mouth. This old man must be fighting the enemy bravely in a certain street. Kill a ghost enemy. Danzo was irritated. Although he didn't mention himself on Bai Ming's screen, he knew that at this time he was squatting in the room at the Root Organization site, waiting for the news of Sarutobi Hiruzen's death. Impossible. This. Looking at the deep pit in front of him, Gaara was completely dumbfounded. Uzumaki Naruto. Why is he better than himself? Hehe, I thought how powerful you would be after becoming a monster. So it's just like that. Uzumaki Naruto pretended to be weak and showed a little contempt for Gaara. Didn't you agree to tear me apart? Look at your messy appearance now, you can't do it anymore. You can't even beat me. Why dare you speak arrogantly? You have to kill everyone except you to realize the value of your existence. You. Gaara bared her fangs. The Uzumaki Naruto in front of him belongs to the same person as him. They all have monsters sealed in their bodies. Why? Why is his existence different from mine? Why? Why did the villagers of Konoha village not exclude him? Recalling the Konoha village villagers who walked by her and discussed Naruto before, Gaara now wants to tear their faces. The existence of that guy should not be like this. Also, how could I lose to a guy like this? Uzumaki Naruto. Damn you. I will kill you in a way that my existence is correct. Gaara roared loudly. A pair of civet cat eyes suddenly closed. The next moment, the sand around him rose into the sky. That is not good. It's Gaara. Temari and Kankuro are too familiar with the scene in front of them. This. Impossible. Uzumaki Naruto was able to push Gaara to this point. It's him, it's that monster. Temari and Kankuro look at the energy gathering in the arena. The two looked at each other and saw the meaning at the same time. Escape. Must escape. As long as this happens to Gaara, one of the people present counts as one, and they all have to die. Watch out for the cranes, it's Shukaku coming. Luosha. I only saw this kind of scene in Sanagakure before, but now I see Shuzuru in Konoha village. Sarutobi Hiruzen. You have to save face, if you didn't join forces. Orochimaru. What happened? You ended up getting killed by Orochimaru, you're so stupid, Rosa. Luosha. Nonsense. It's not because you Konoha village are shameless, our name in the Kingdom of the Wind is ignorant, and you who entrusted the task to the allies have fed you Konoha village, we. Sanagakure is starving to death, okay. He's still disarming. I can't even exchange gold in the sand for resources. Can I not think about our Sanagakure? Udatain Kaharu. That's the daimyo's choice. What can we do? Luo Sha. You won't refuse. Can't we, Sanagakure, do his big task? I see that anyone who follows your Konoha village is thankless. Chio. Hey. Thinking of the Third Ninja World War, we came forward to help you contain Iwagakure in the end, so that the war between you was quelled. It turned out that this was the reason for the war. Bai Ming fell silent at the same time. Fourth Kazekage, who is Sanagakure, will naturally not see Sanagakure declining more and more. He had no choice but to take the risk. Wrong? Just? For Konoha village, it's an evil invasion. But for the people of Sanagakure, it's an adventure where they can keep eating. At this moment, all the young ninjas understood a truth. In their ninja world, war is so simple, just start a war. Then the war began. It is impossible to be peaceful if you want peace. Jiraiya. This is also my wish, that people can understand each other. Only in this way can the group bring peace to the ninja world. Onoki. I guess. It's not easy to handle. Terumi Mei. Yes, although I am not as old as some of my predecessors, I also think so. Fourth Raikage. Perhaps you can say that our Cloud Shinobi village steals and grabs other people's secret techniques, but as our strength increases, our Cloud Shinobi village is more and more talkative. Power, strength. In the ninja world, we must look at strength. Look at strength. Shimura Danzo. How can a stinky and shameless person speak of shamelessness so refreshingly? Fourth Raikage. You don't deserve to speak of me. Hello. What is that? Strange. Monster. This. What is Mr. Third Hokage doing? What are our Konoha village ninjas doing again? When the huge figure of Shuzuru appeared in Konoha village, everyone immediately discovered his existence. Despair. This scene can't help but remind people of the night of the Nine Tails Rebellion. What is that? Okay, could it be Sanagakure's Jinchuriki? Damn bastards, they actually used Jinchuriki to invade our Yeshi. At this time, several strange sounds suddenly came from the escape. The villagers of Konoha village suddenly realized, Jinchuriki, did Sanagakure actually use Jinchuriki? Damn it, I didn't expect them to use the power of Jinchuriki to invade us. Run for your life, now is not the time to be dazed. Uzumaki Naruto. While the villagers were still panicking, the sound of Gaara shouting Naruto's name spread throughout Konoha village. How is it? Are you scared when you see me like this? Where's your strength? Don't hide around. Ha ha ha. I remember you are the same as me. Oh. By the way. We are all monsters in their mouths, but we choose differently. Look. Only a regiment like me who kills everyone can display this kind of strength. And now you can only tremble for it. We are different. If they dare to reject me, I will kill them, but you. You are afraid. You are afraid that they will say you are a monster, and you dare not use the power that should belong to you. You pandered to them in exchange for false respect. Weak. You are the real weak. Gaara's crazy laughter scared everyone in Konoha village to the ground. Subsequently, I saw a huge wind balloon issued from the competition venue. Talent. Boom. After a bang, a certain street in Konoha village was completely destroyed. Ha 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 ha. Incompetent Uzumaki Naruto, I thought of a way to better reflect your weakness. I will destroy Konoha village in front of you, smash all the fantasies in your heart, and slowly tear you apart. Wind style practice empty bullets. Another wind signal exploded from Konoha village. The world of blackness. Sarutobi Hiruzen is trapped. Fortunately, Orochimaru was contained. Now, the only person who can sabotage Uzumaki Naruto's plan is Jiraiya, who came back. At least, he can still cooperate with the summoning beast to block the crane. Tsunade. I remember watching Bai Ming's Konoha Honkai plan. Jiraiya should be back. Onoki. Well, the only person who can help Konoha village now is him. Shizune. Look, Lord Jiraiya is back. Summoning technique Yutai collapse technique. Boom. With the appearance of Toad Hiroshi, the three-headed giant snake that broke into Konoha was sat down to death. Master Jiraiya. Ibixi, who is struggling, finally sees a glimmer of hope. Come to Jiraiya's side excitedly. Where's the old man? Your Excellency, third generation is still at the venue. Ibixi said, the situation over there seems to be even worse. Jiraiya looked at the venue and nodded. The situation is really bad. Looking at the purple enchantment and Shuzuru who appeared, Jiraiya felt his scalp go numb, and Sarutobi Hiruzen was obviously trapped by the barrier. You guys guard here first, I'm going to the venue to support. Jiraiya just finished speaking, and saw a huge white smoke rising from the venue again. The next second, Toad Wentai appeared in his vision. Jiraiya's expression was slightly condensed, and as the running distance approached, he saw the person standing on Bunta Toad. It's Naruto, it looks like. Wait, that's... Looking at the faint red light emerging from Uzumaki Naruto's body, Jiraiya frowned. Plus the three tails fluttering in the wind. Jiraiya instantly understood that Uzumaki Naruto has also started to turn into a tailed beast. Chunin exam venue. In the spiritual world of Uzumaki Naruto. Nine Tails said. The Jiraiya kid seems to be coming this way. I know. Naruto said calmly. It is because I sensed his existence that I entered the state of the tailed beast. Are you going to beat Gaara here? Nine Tails acts in doubt. Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto shook his head slightly, revealing a hint of cunning by the way. Big Fox, look over there. Naruto points to the barrier on the high platform. Nine Tails was stunned for a few seconds when he saw this, and acts in a puzzled tone. What's the matter over there? I think Sarutobi Hiruzen is very struggling. After all, he not only has to face Orochimaru who is close to cage level with 700, but also faces first Hokage and second Hokage from the opponent's Impure World reincarnation. The strength of those two people is not weak. Thinking of first Hokage, Nine Tails is stunned. I always feel that the other party has not exerted its own strength. Perhaps, this is caused by the imperfection of Impure World reincarnation. Reanimation jutsu? There is such a magical ninjutsu, Naruto shrugged. It turns out that this ninja world has ninjutsu that can resurrect people, but the resurrected ones become puppets controlled by others. Alright. Let's gossip, I'm going to do a big thing now. I want to break the barrier that traps the third generation and return them to freedom. What? Hyming's sudden and sharp operation surprised everyone. They don't understand what the other side is playing. Onoki. He. Could it be that Hyming changed his revenge on Konoha village after seeing Shukaku? Terumi Mei. Really, he actually wants to free the trapped third Hokage. Fourth Raikage. I guess the kid saw that Gaara had already said what he wanted to hear, and his goal was achieved, so he naturally went back to rescue Sarutobi Hiruzen. Let me just say, at least I can't really see that it will be a troublesome thing for him after the village is completely destroyed. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Jiraiya, you are such an idiot. Jiraiya. Old man. What do you mean? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Stupid. I'm so mad. Orochimaru. He. Jiraiya, take a good look. I guess Naruto-kun will be able to explain it to you idiots in a while. Naruto, you. Nine Tails don't understand what Uzumaki Naruto wants to do. At this time, why does he suddenly want to rescue Sarutobi Hiruzen? Big Fox, look where they are. It's on the roof. That's right, the enchantment was erected on the roof. If people outside enter the room, they can enter the enchantment by piercing through the roof. Why didn't they do that? Moreover, the barrier is continuously maintained by Orochimaru's 4 subordinates in 4 corners. With the ability of the third generation, I can cooperate with the Anbu ninja to find a way to interfere with one of the 4 people. Although those 4 people are also protected by a small barrier, as long as the ninjutsu is powerful enough, it can also cause them a lot of trouble. Even if it can't be realized. Although third Hokage is old, it shouldn't be a problem to break through a roof. Uzumaki Naruto's words suddenly made Nine Tails realize. Sarutobi Hiruzen seems to be trapped, but the reality is that he doesn't want to get out of the barrier at all. You mean? Yes. There is nothing wrong with what you think. Uzumaki Naruto said with a smile. Orochimaru's purpose is to fight against third Hokage. The master and apprentice must have reached a consensus on this aspect. Orochimaru seems to want to prove something. Third Hokage is afraid that first Hokage and second Hokage will attack indiscriminately. As long as the enchantment is broken, this balance will disappear. When the time comes, Nine Tails shocked. Actually, it only knew that Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't want to get out of the barrier, but it didn't expect there to be such a reason. Nine Tails feels guilty, thinking that what she thinks is really alright. When the time comes, the scene will be that third Hokage and a few first generation and second generation who are not against the summoned around. Orochimaru, you have to face the coming Jiraiya. Moreover, once the situation has reached such a point, because it is also necessary to give it a go. And Uzumaki Naruto's eyes gradually become sharp. In the face of Gaara's crazy pressure, Jiraiya can only bet that I can use your power perfectly. At that time, he has a high probability of handing over the key to the 8-sign seal. My Otsutsuki sage of 6 paths, 9 tails was dumbfounded when he heard that. This kid's methods are so terrifying. Then what if Jiraiya doesn't hand over the key? Facing 9 tails' question, Uzumaki Naruto was silent for a few seconds. Sighed, but spread his hands helplessly. Then I can only wrong you and wait until I become self-taught. That doesn't matter. 9 tails shook his big ears. But once the first generation and second generation are released, the sealing team from Konoha village will come to help. 1. Don't worry, because of the fox. No one can come to Konoha village's reinforcements. I took advantage of the chaos just now and sent Shadow Clone a long time ago. Their codename is, the face is numb. It's the Legion 1 formed. It's over. It's all over. In Koronaru's world, Orochimaru's Konoha Honkai plan is nothing compared to Koronaru's methods. In today's scene, Konoha village's biggest enemy is none other than Uzumaki. Jiraiya helped his forehead helplessly. This kid Hei Ming even counted himself who rushed to help. Of course, with his strength, without these calculations, he would have been able to clean up Gaara long ago. Onoki. Can you make a plan for the next step in an instant based on the changes on the scene? Terumi Mei. Okay. I'm completely convinced, and even if Kuromi blows up the Fire Country's daimyo mansion, I won't be surprised. Orochimaru. He can make a series of plans just based on Gaara's personality, not to mention the specific situation on the scene. How do you fight against Naruto-kun? Jiraiya. Orochimaru. I don't want to fight him, and as far as I'm concerned, I didn't suffer too much. The key to the 8-sign seal was originally given to Naruto, whether it's black or white. Why? Jiraiya. It's nothing more than looking at the destroyed Konoha village. I can't accept it in my heart. Uzumaki Naruto. What is the Myanmar Legion that guy is talking about? CJDI. Haruno Sakura. Naruto. You, like Black Naruto, can clone thousands of people when you cast Shadow Clone. This number is almost enough to form an army. Yamanaka Ino. So there's nothing wrong with forming an army. Nara Shikamaru. If my guess is correct, the Myanmar Legion should be the Shadow Clone sent by Hyeming to snatch information and secret techniques, and to blow up the commercial street. Audience. You don't need to guess, but anyone with a little brain can figure it out. It's just that I didn't expect that Hei Ming, like Bai Ming, is really a person who says he will do it. In such a chaotic environment, he has not forgotten his original thoughts. Ha ha ha. It's finally interesting, Uzumaki Naruto. You have also used the power of the top-tailed beast. Gaara laughs a few times. However, Toad Wentai who appeared on the stage was stupid. Isn't this the Chunin exam? I didn't see it in the blink of an eye. Why did it turn into a war? And the guy in front of me. Hey, Naruto. Why are you fighting with a guy like Shuzuru? Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto didn't pay attention to Toad Bunta's question. He immediately said, Boss Toad, help me stop the big civet cat in front of me first. I will find a way to rescue the trapped third Hokage. Toad Wentai looked at the 4 purple flame formations, and the frog's eyes trembled. Third Hokage of Konoha village, the ninjutsu professor is really trapped in the barrier. Okay, Naruto, I see. Although I don't really want to provoke a troublesome existence like Shuzuru, I will try to give you a little time. Go and come back quickly. After Wentai finished speaking, he drew out the long knife at his waist and killed Gaara. Uzumaki Naruto, do you want to escape again? Mount Myoboku summoning frog. Other ninjas may be afraid, but as a perfect Jinchuriki, Gaara, who has the power to guard the crane, really doesn't see it in his eyes. Facing the hacked Toad Bunta, Gaara manipulated the sand and entangled the long knife in his hand. Buzzing. But at this time, Gaara was once again attracted by the roar of the wind-style spiral shuriken. Looking closely, Uzumaki Naruto, who has transformed into 3 tails, holds a Rasengan shuriken in his hand, and is flying towards the 4 purple flames. Get out of the way, I'll break the barrier. The voice from above immediately awakened Konoha Anbu outside the CZN formation. Looking back, they were suddenly shocked by the aura exuded by Uzumaki Naruto. Besides other words, several Anbu instant physicians onlookers. Naruto. Sarutobi Hiruzen is also attracted by Naruto's voice. But looking at the opponent's posture, Sarutobi Hiruzen was terrified, and quickly said, Naruto, get out of this place quickly. No, Grandpa 3rd generation, I will save you even if I do my best. Konoha village can't end this war without you. Go. Wind-style spiral shuriken. Boom. Uzumaki Naruto throws a spiral shuriken from midair. The moment the shuriken hit the 4 purple flames, a strong light burst out. Click. Only a face-to-face, the 4 purple flame formations appeared several cracks with a soft sound. Master Orochimaru, it's not good. The power of this ninjutsu is too great, we can't hold it anymore. Puff. Boom. The huge power generated by the explosion of the spiral shuriken immediately caused the Itonin 4 to vomit blood. At the moment when the 4 chakra were disturbed and counterattacked, the 4 purple flame formations were completely shattered. Successful, Naruto actually rescued Hokage-sama. Good job, this time, let's start a counterattack under the leadership of Hokage-sama. Uzumaki Naruto, that's great. Facing the applause from the crowd, Sarutobi Hiruzen was completely dumbfounded. The scene will become even more chaotic now. Old man, thank you so much for saving me, Naruto. The rest, I will leave it to you, Grandpa 3rd generation. Uzumaki Naruto shows a faint smile. The chakra coat on his body disappears. At the same time, Gaara's huge sand claws also followed, grabbing Naruto at the moment, and threw him fiercely. Uzumaki Naruto, your opponent is me. Naruto. Looking at Naruto who was thrown out, everyone shouted badly. However, at a critical moment, a figure suddenly appeared, firmly holding Naruto in his arms. Boy, you did a good job. Toad Sage? Naruto quietly opened his eyes. You take a break first, recover your strength, and I will tangle with them for the rest. Jiraiya reveals a confident face. However, in the face of such a severe situation, he didn't know what to do. However, as Naruto Laozi's master, you can't show timidity in front of juniors. Jiraiya immediately started to act, pointing to several Konoha village ninjas. Go outside and find Konoha village's sealing squad to come to support 3rd Hokage. Orochimaru. Then, he set his sights on Orochimaru, your opponent is hungry. Got it. Totally fell for it. If people think well. No. You don't even need to think about this kind of thing, even if you move your toes, everyone in Beiming world knows that Himing is here to play with them. Especially when the barrier was broken, Sarutobi Hiruzen's unlovely expression. It is enough to prove that Hemming's guess is right, Sarutobi Hiruzen does not want the enchantment to be broken. Seal class. The several Chunin leading the order immediately evacuated the venue. With Master Jiraiya and the 3rd generation project, we will definitely win. That's for sure, but don't think so much, let's go to the sealing class to seal the 1st generation and 2nd generation items. Aw? Where are you going? However, a dull voice made these Chunin stop. At this time, a black-haired man wearing a white patterned mask and a robe stopped in front of them. The place you go to should be another world. The world of blackness. The sudden appearance of a masked man in a black robe surprised everyone in Beiming world. After a few seconds, they realized that this person should be what Uzumaki Naruto called the shadow clone codenamed Myanmar. And this kind of person should not be alone. The shadow clone guarding not far from the venue may be to prevent someone from asking for help, or a rescue team from coming. His job is to kill these Konoha village ninjas. Onoki. The shot is really ruthless, like a killer without emotion. Terumi Mei. That's right. Chunin who called Senior Jiraiya to ask for help was killed just by meeting him. 4th Raikage. And what Himing did was really impeccable, even if he used the transformation technique, he still wrapped himself tightly. Luo Sha. Even if it is severely attacked, Shadow Clone will immediately turn into white smoke and disappear. This kind of operation will not make people suspect him at all. Hokage office building. A person with the same appearance walked towards the reference room in the corridor. Fortunately, Gaara's training empty ammo hasn't hit here yet. Hey. Hurry up, we need to move these scrolls to a safe place now. It must not fall into the hands of Sanagakure and Yinyan village. Hurry up, there are still those confidential information that must be transferred quickly. Go to the shelter for the time being, and when all the villagers arrive safely, it's time for our counterattack. About Konoha village's response to emergencies. Uzumaki Naruto's memorization is very familiar. If there is a major chaos in the village, the vanguard will be dispatched first, and then the ninjas will lead the villagers of Konoha village to the shelter. During this process, other ninjas will stand still to protect the villagers from evacuating. When all the living villagers enter the shelter, Konoha village will make the eagle howl loudly. And this eagle roar will be the general clarion call for Konoha village to launch a counterattack. It seems that you are not fully prepared yet. Myanmar sneers. The voice is so low that it seems to come from the abyss. Of course, this is the instruction of Uzumaki Naruto's body, and it must be comprehensive in order to play. Even judging from the sound, people can't find that the numb face has its own characteristics. Even, in order to avoid the intervention of perception ninjas, Myanmar will use Sage Mode's magic chakra to disturb the accuracy of each other's perception. After all, the fairy art chakra is not something ordinary people can perceive. Who? The data keeper was taken aback by the sudden appearance of facial numbness. Seeing the opponent's full-body armed appearance, the data keeper shouted, "Enemy attack." Unfortunately, as soon as the words fell, he was instantly killed by the facial numbness in front of him. Hello? What? The companion who was driven out was shocked when he saw this. But before he recovered, he ended his busy life with the data keeper. I think that most of the Konoha village staff who are engaged in secretarial work are very weak. It doesn't take long for the face numb to kill them all. The vast majority of important documents fell into his hands. Even. Roar? This is Konoha Village Ninja and Anbu registration list? This is a good thing, it can investigate a lot of information. Numb. Seeing this, the ninjas of Konoha Village scratched their heads anxiously. Despicable. So despicable. Uzumaki took advantage of the war and snatched such important information from Konoha Village into his hands. In the future, the ninjas in Konoha Village, even those who survived, will not have too many secrets in front of him. Onoki. Tisk tisk tisk, Sanagakure's has been bad luck for 8 lifetimes. Fourth Reikage. Isn't this pot going to be pinned on Sanagakure and Yin Yin-kun? Orochimaru. Otogakure? Do you think I care about these things? Jiraiya. Orochimaru, I feel like you really care, after all, it's Konoha's confidential document. Orochimaru. Orochimaru. I'm talking about Yin Yin Village. Anyway, for me, this group of people is just a tool for my experiments and to facilitate my actions. I don't care about the future of this village that much. Jiraiya. Awesome. As expected of you, you have become really depraved now. Terumi Mei. I remember Bai Ming was at 3rd Hokage's house when he stole the sealed book. I think Hei Ming must also go back to 3rd generation's house for a walk. 4th Reikage. Damn it, it's a sealed book. I knew Orochimaru wanted to start a war against Konoha Village, so we went to Hidden Village to do the same. Senju Tobarama. You people. Brother, I said that they shouldn't be given tailed beasts back then, you were confused. Senju Hashirama. 4th Reikage. Your Excellency, 2nd generation, don't get excited. I'm just telling the truth. If you don't believe me, ask everyone here, who doesn't think the same as me. Hurry up, everyone. Be careful, let's help everyone block the incoming ninjas first. Everyone go to the shelter. Don't worry everyone, Lord 3rd generation will find a way to stop the war. Azuki Shion directed a group of villagers to move towards the shelter. However, Gaara released the empty ammo like crazy, and shouted Uzumaki Naruto's name. This caused the ground to shake, making the evacuation work very difficult. Not only can't run stably, but it's even impossible to know where the empty bullets will be shot. The strong wind is destroying everything in Konoha Village. Affected by the storm, the villagers fell into despair one by one. Master Ninja, where is the Jinchuriki in our village? Why don't you show up yet? Yes. I heard from the monster that Uzumaki Naruto was afraid of us, so he couldn't use the power crystal of the tailed beast to fight against him. 1. We have no ill intentions towards him. Silent. How can this be called harmless? The Konoha Village villagers of the Black Naruto world made the Konoha Village ninjas of the White Naruto world feel extremely ashamed. Every ninja has a burning sensation on his face. Perhaps, they knew that all of this was Haiming's plan, and his plan seemed to be a great success. They are more aware that when people are in despair, as long as there is a glimmer of hope, they will regard it as a straw. As a result, the behavior of the whole person will change dramatically. Hey, Ninja-sama, tell me when the Jinchuriki in our Konoha village will be effective. The monster kept shouting his name. No matter where you are in Konoha village, you can hear Gaara's crazed shouts. The villagers of Konoha village don't understand why no one has dealt with that monster until now. Where is 3rd Hokage? Where are the other ninjas? But seeing the Sanagakure ninjas and Yin village ninjas pouring in one after another, they can naturally understand the current situation. Konoha village seems to have insufficient combat power. And according to the regulations of Konoha village, the vast majority of ninjas are busy with the retreat of the villagers. The only one I can count on seems to be Uzumaki Naruto. Damn it, now I know that war is so cruel, what should we do? The opponent used their Jinchuriki. Does it mean that our Jinchuriki cannot master the power he should master? Didn't you listen to that monster? Uzumaki Naruto is afraid that we will see him use that power, so he has been afraid to use it. At this time, a strange voice came from the crowd again. The people of Konoha village were even more frightened and trembled. We have no ill intentions towards Naruto. Naruto, please hurry up and use the King of Power to defeat the enemy. Boom. Another round of empty ammunition landed on a distant street. Call. In an instant, as the street exploded, a gust of wind swept in. At this moment, the villagers were so frightened that their legs went limp and they collapsed to the ground. Cheer up, I'll take you to the shelter first. When the time comes, we will make them pay the price they deserve. Azuki Shion shouted angrily. Moonlight Gale was killed by this group of people not long ago. It's really a new hatred and an old hatred. Mao Yu Shion can't wait to kill all the enemies in front of her eyes. But, the chaos at the scene has already made her feel overwhelmed. But at this time, on a tall building not far away, a person in a black robe is looking down at the chaotic commercial street below. His back is facing, it is Azuki Shion not far away. Commercial street. To tell you the truth, after all, I grew up here, and I miss it occasionally. Uzumaki Naruto's another shadow clone codenamed Myanmar. I suddenly muttered in my heart. A ball on the street caught his attention. In the ruins, Bai Nen's little hand suddenly made him feel a tug in his heart. There seems to be nothing wrong with the newly born child. But no snowflake is innocent in an avalanche. If you want to blame the behavior of the people in the village. If you want to blame the behavior of the village's senior management. If the senior management of Konoha village chose to tell Naruto the truth, Sarutobi Hiruzen chose to tell him the story about his parents. Perhaps there will be no shadow clone with the codename Ma-Face standing between these tall buildings. If the senior management of Konoha village can clearly distinguish the seriousness of the matter, they can give the villagers correct guidance and publicity for Jinchuriki. Jinchuriki will not be treated like this, nothing. Uzumaki Naruto admits that not only his parents, but also those ninjas who died for Konoha village are heroes. Their children are the sons of heroes. However, the person is Jinchuriki, who has been giving everything for the stability of Konoha village since he was born. Yes, Jinchuriki shouldn't be treated like this. Rot to become a Jinchuriki, you will face losing your life at any time, and you will also face all kinds of exclusion and curses. This reason, in the world of Uzumaki Naruto, does not exist. Myanmar raised his head and looked into the distance. There is a ramen restaurant there, since he wanted to go in but because he had no money and was afraid of others looking at his. The gaze chooses to stop. After so many years, he never went in again. He remembers very clearly that that day there was an uncle in a black robe sitting in the corner of the noodle restaurant, looking up at the sky at 45 degrees, smoking a cigarette in loneliness. I don't know what uncle is doing now, where he is. The face is numb and the bottom of the heart smiles bitterly. The big spiral wheel in his hand has gradually taken shape. This is the time of parting, the day when the villagers of Konoha village bid farewell to the past. I hope that after this time, their wisdom can get a little enlightenment. For the village, but also for myself, Myanmar gently withdraws her arm. The big spiral wheel slowly falls from the tall building. Hey, everyone, hurry up as much as possible. We will soon. Here, Azuki Shion is working hard to persuade the villagers to stop panicking and continue on their way. However, it was accompanied by a huge roar. The Anbu mask on her face is suddenly shattered by the strong impact. The next second, she lost consciousness. I don't know how long it has passed. Maybe it was an instant effort, or maybe it was a long time. Azuki Shion pushes away the wooden board pressing on her body with difficulty. Her eyes are in a trance, she stares blankly at the surrounding situation. This is where. In front of me, there is a mess in ruins. All the houses were destroyed. Beside her, there are stumps and broken arms all over the place. Well, Shi Yan only feels a splitting headache. She couldn't help lowering her head. However, the surprise in front of her made her pupils close. Although her eyes were somewhat obscured by the blood flowing from her head, the signboard under her feet was so conspicuous. Ichiraku. This is the signboard of the most famous ramen restaurant in Konoha village. By the way, I seem to be guiding the villagers just now. Have suffered. Azuki Shion started talking to herself as if she was in a daze. Who is coming? Who is coming? Save us Konoha village. Wow. It seems that I can't bear the fear and despair in my heart. As the captain of Anbu, Lang Yanzhao Wa Uyue Xian squatted in the ruins and began to cry. Hiss. The big spiral Lunyu finally showed his power. The entire commercial street, including several surrounding streets, was instantly completely destroyed by the shockwave of the explosion of the large spiral wheel. Moreover, this is just a large spiral constriction released by one of Haiming's shadow clone. If he is released by himself, no one knows how terrible things will happen. The ninjas in the entire Beiming world turned pale with astonishment. The tragic situation in Konoha village is simply shocking. Even the timid young ninja was so frightened by this scene that he trembled all over. Perhaps Jinchuriki's rampage has never caused such a large amount of damage. Uzumaki yelled at him. He blew up several streets in Konoha village. Onoki. I really don't know how to evaluate this scene is too tragic. Jiraiya. Hey. Tsunade. What can I do? Didn't you find Kuromaki's mental activity? Who can blame this kind of thing? Orochimaru. He. I think what bothers Naruto-kun the most is that the villagers say that he is the murderer of 4th Hokage. Terumi Mei. That's right. I remember that the biggest change in Kuro Ming was after he learned that his father was 4th Hokage. 4th Raikage. Also, the Uzumaki family was exterminated, and his compatriots were used as tools by the ninjas, including her mother and himself. Gaara. Don't always judge Hyeming from the commanding heights. I think his behavior is not necessarily bad for Konoha village. At least the future Jinchuriki will not suffer. Treated by him like this, Jinchuriki can become a true friend and companion. In times of crisis, he can better protect each other, instead of just being taken away like us. To be used as a tool of war, to protect them and to be squeezed out by them. Tamari. Gaara, don't get excited, Konkuro. It's okay. Let him vent his emotions, none of us can use chakra now. Yamanaka Ino. Gaara said that Kuromaki has been exposed to the rain. So don't you want to let people like him get exposed to the rain again? Shimura Danzo. Nonsense, he's destroying Konoha village. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Enough Danzo, can you tell me what you are doing on screen? Shimura Danzo. Humph. Uzumaki Naruto. But he blew up all of the Ichiraku ramen restaurants, Kuro called him. It's really pathetic, he didn't even eat Ichiraku ramen. Boom. The huge roar in the distance and the trembling of the ground also shocked everyone in the venue. What happened in the village? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked back, and vaguely, he saw a messy Konoha village. Orochimaru and Jiraiya, trembling, stopped their hands at the same time, and looked together at the same time. Is this the strength of the perfect Jinchuriki? Several people are horrified. It even attributed the masterpiece of the big spiral Lunyu to Gaara. Gaara is slightly puzzled. However, he doesn't care about that much anymore. Uzumaki Naruto. Shohei's huge body looked down at the tiny Uzumaki Naruto on the ground. Gaara sarcastically said, I have some good news for you, sleepy leaf. It exploded. Uzumaki Naruto was silent for a while upon hearing this. How can he not be clear about this kind of thing? After all, he caused it all by himself. However, Uzumaki Naruto still pretends to be weak. There is no response from Gaara. I can't go on like this. The sealing class hasn't arrived yet. Sarutobi Hiruzen was very anxious. As he expected, when the barrier was opened, the two undead bodies, first generation and second generation, caused more trouble to the Konoha shinobi participants on the scene. 1. But the ninjas of Sanagakure and Yinyan village didn't have the idea of joining together. On the contrary, the scene was more favorable for them. Only Baki looked disappointed. During the battle, he kept thinking. The war has been going on for so long, why is there no 4th Kazekage? Did Kazekage-sama lead other teams to search inside Konoha village? He looked at Orochimaru, although he was suspicious, but the negotiations between 880, 4th Kazekage and Orochimaru seemed to be beyond the knowledge of people of his level. Ha ha ha. Gaara burst into laughter again. It's really boring, Uzumaki Naruto. With you who can't use the power of the tailed beast, I am not interested at all in front of me. End of words. Suddenly a figure appeared from the top of Shohei's head. It is the body of Gaara. I'm a little tired of playing. Next, let everyone present die. Gaara looked ferociously at the people under her feet, and her hands began to form seals, fake sleeping technique. Not good. In front of Gaara's sleeping technique, when she returned to Ji, her complexion turned pale with fright. 4th Kazekage is not here. Konoha village's 3rd generation and Jiraiya are entangled by others again. People present, there is absolutely no one who can stop the real Shuhei who will show up after a while. Got to run. Baki pondered for a while. The situation of the venue is almost the same. As long as the two masters of Konoha village are completely restrained, there is no reason for him to stay here. It's better to go to the inside of Konoha village to see the situation, and to meet Lord Fourth Kazekage is the right thing to do. Baki jumped and immediately chose to flee from the venue. At this moment, Gaara's hands hang down feebly, and the whole person suddenly fell into a coma. Huh. That kid Gaara. Uzumaki Naruto frowned, and the voice of Nine Tails came from his mind. Naruto, that guy is going to come out completely. That rascal. Naruto's eyes trembled slightly, and he instantly understood what Nine Tails meant. Keep the crane. Sanagakure's tailed beast shrine crane, is it fully awake? After the idea was settled, Uzumaki Naruto noticed that Shuzuru's originally dull eyes suddenly flashed with a flash of light. The orange-yellow pupil suddenly became brighter. The next moment, a sharp and joyous roar burst out from his mouth. Hey ha! I'm finally out. Gaara, you finally fell asleep. Is this Shukaku? Uzumaki Naruto was startled. This guy seems to be much happier than expected. After Shuhei came out, his expression was slightly startled. Ahead, there are so many people. Hum. It can make a sinister smile, its stomach suddenly bulges, and it blinks. Wind-style practice empty bullets. Boom. This training blank bullet is more powerful than the training blank bullet Gaara fired back then. Moreover, it is aimed at the place with the largest number of people in the venue. In that place, there are a group of trembling villagers and dignitaries from all over the world who dare not move. Boom. A round of empty bullets is passed. A terrifying gust of wind blew up the entire venue. Wow. Uzumaki Naruto, who was huddled in a corner, squatted on the ground with his head hugged by the wind pressure. Wait until the wind pressure passes. They raised their heads slowly, but everything in front of them made them dumbfounded. The auditorium that was attacked has already been completely penetrated. The people who were sitting there before all disappeared without a trace. This is. What the hell is this? Silly. Everyone was stunned by Shohei's sharp roar and behavior. Hey ha, dead. Those guys are dead. I was blown up by lousy. Bang bang bang. Shuhei was as happy as a child, he jumped twice happily, which made the scalps of everyone present go numb. Hateful. Sarutobi Hiruzen and Jiraiya clenched their fists angrily. Orochimaru said with a hint of playfulness, tisk tisk tisk. I didn't expect the development of the situation to be more interesting than I imagined. Orochimaru. What are you doing for? Jiraiya, standing on the head of Toad, gritted his teeth and looked at Orochimaru, who was standing on top of Wansha. If Orochimaru does not retreat, and the first generation and second generation projects are not sealed, and if this drags on, Konoha village will completely cease to exist. Jiraiya glanced at Uzumaki Naruto below. Gamifumi had already returned to Mount Myoboku due to lack of combat power. Uzumaki Naruto, who has not recovered below, is in danger. Jiraiya. At this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly called Jiraiya to stop. The sealing class has not come for a long time, there must be a problem. We have no choice now. Which trick do I want to use to completely seal the first generation and second generation projects? You cooperate with me. At the critical moment, I will also take Orochimaru with me. It's really too dangerous to keep this guy. Old man. Jiraiya's expression froze when he heard the sound. Unsurprisingly, the third Hokage in front of me is probably trying to use the ghoul seal with the first generation and second generation items, plus Orochimaru. The four go on the road together. However, this trick of sealing is actually not easy to do. Jiraiya looked at Shutsuru with an embarrassed expression. That guy seems to be indistinguishable from friend and foe, but his eyes are looking at the huge Todiro and Wansha. It's more tricky than Gaara's control. Trust Naruto when it comes to guarding the crane. Didn't he tell you that he has a good relationship with Nine Tails? Sarutobi Hiruzen was speaking while resisting the attacks of the first generation and second generation. What? But Jiraiya was horrified, just in case. Jiraiya people are numb. If Nine Tails deceives Naruto, then Konoha village will not have a problem with Shuhei. That is to face Nine Tails Shuhei, the two-day tail beast. When the time comes, the village. No. The current Konoha village seems to have to face a complete disappearance if it drags on. Jiraiya originally wanted to turn on Sage mode to completely defeat Orochimaru and then think of a way to deal with Shukaku. However, it took too much time for him to enter Sage mode. Now, is there really no other way? Thinking about it, Jiraiya shook her head helplessly. Sorry Minato, This is all the old man's idea. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Shimura Danzo. Look at the good apprentices you teach, one destroys leaves, one disappears, and this one has already started to blame you. Jiraiya. I'm not wrong, that's what he meant. Utatane Kaharu. Humph. I didn't expect Hiruzen from the Black Naruto world to be so irresponsible. He will definitely die when he casts Ghoul Seal, and then leaves all subsequent troubles to us. Mitokado Homura. Yes. Hiruzen. You in the world of Konoha are really stupid. If Konoha fails, Konoha village will be destroyed, and the rest of the people will still remember that you sacrificed to protect the village. If you succeed, you can really use the power of 9 tails to save Konoha village, and your reputation will rise to a higher level by sacrificing your identity. Orochimaru. As expected of my teacher, no wonder you have been able to sit in the Hokage seat of Konoha village for decades. Compared with you, the people around you are super rubbish. Shimura Danzo. Orochimaru. What snake fart are you doing? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Stop arguing, I won't use Ghoul Seal, you go to seal the first generation and second generation? Onoki. I still feel that Hyeming really drove you to a dead end. Terumi Mei. I think Hei Ming is going to have fun now. After all, third Hokage's immortality is not a good thing for him. Fourth Raikage. Also, he forced Jiraiya to hand over the key to the 8-sign seal, and finally stepped on all the ninjas in Konoha village as a hero. 0. Uchiha Madara. Huh. What a clever boy, he beat the other party, and the other party thought he was a lifesaver. Pure Land World. Uchiha Madara watched with gusto. Uzumaki. This kid has his own feeling. At least compared to silly Obito, this kid seems to be more suitable to be his successor. Tisk tisk tisk. Unlucky Obito. How will he collect tailed beasts in Hemming's world? Then you still haven't been killed by this little yellow hair? Uzumaki Naruto spiritual world. One person and one fox are chatting calmly. 9 tails. Naruto, there is a reason why we played so peacefully this time. Uzumaki Naruto nodded in agreement. I never thought that Orochimaru would get involved. Look at this, it seems that the Yin-Yang village and Sanagakure of the Land of Winds he led seem to have premeditated. This time, it's not clear who helped whom. However, I still think it will help us more. If Jiraiya still refuses to hand over the key to the 8-sign seal for a while, the two of us will hide in one place and pretend to be dead, and wait quietly for this to end. The voice fell to the ground, but Uzumaki Naruto sighed melancholy. When the time comes, Konoha village will be really ruined. It's also caused by Jiraiya's disbelief in my words, and it has nothing to do with us. Axed. Your face is really too thick, if you weren't planning Gaara's rampage behind your back. This scene is not as scary as imagined. However, just when Uzumaki Naruto was chatting with 9 tails, a levitating toad suddenly appeared in front of Uzumaki Naruto. Hurry up. Naruto, open your mouth and let me jump into your body. Uzumaki Naruto. Nani? Naruto looked at the toad in front of him, his eyeballs almost jumped out of their sockets in shock. Even in Mount Myoboku, he has never seen this species of toad. Toad Yin. The head and feet don't look any different from other toads. However, its frog body is a long scroll. What the hell is this? Hey you. Uzumaki Naruto had a flash of inspiration, as if he had guessed something. Let's leave mine alone, click, this scene is too scary. If I die carefully, the key to unlock the 9 tails 8-sign seal will be gone. Hamo Yin looks around in horror. F*K, Orochimaru. F*K. Watch the crane. What the hell is going on here? Sure enough, it is the key to unlock the seal, but this key. Naruto grinned in embarrassment, but for his own future. He said decisively, you should move faster, or it will be too disgusting. End of words. 0.7 Uzumaki Naruto directly grew his mouth. Toad Yin also didn't hesitate at all, jumped up and stuffed his long body into Naruto's body through Naruto's mouth. Vomit. After everything is done, Uzumaki Naruto retched. I didn't expect this 8-sign seal key to be so special. Ha ha ha. Naruto. I was really laughed to death by you, but now. 9 tails sits up her huge body, looks at Naruto with soft eyes. Are you really going to break my seal? Aren't you afraid? But the next second, 9 tails saw Naruto's small fist stretched out towards her. Over the years, you are the one I communicate with the most. You have been in my body for 12 years, and we have gone through 12 springs, summers, autumns and winters. This is not an easy task. Although I still have a lot of things to do, I said that if you really want to murder me, I will admit it. But before that, I want to know if you have a name, at least you can remember a special existence in my heart after death. Woo. Nine Tails was completely moved when he heard this. It has gone through thousands of years and has seen countless human beings. However, I have never seen anyone like Uzumaki Naruto in front of me. I don't know how to evaluate it, but Nine Tails only knows that the kid in front of him is deeply attracted to it. Snort. Nine Tails pursed her lips and stretched her huge fist towards Naruto's small fist. My name is Kurama. Kurama? Got it. Kurama. Let me introduce myself. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. It's done. Uzumaki Koronaru. That kid really hit it off. Inside Bai Ming's body, Nine Tails instantly refreshed. Uzumaki successfully obtained the key to the 8-sign seal. And when he lifted the seal, he didn't hesitate at all. In this way, it seems that Haiming's world is a bit petty, and he is still trying to test Haiming impatiently. Haiming's decisiveness and what he said to himself fully showed his pattern. Cut. Nine Tails flicked its tail a little irritably. Boy, look at Haiming, he is looking at you. I am very proud when my practice becomes stronger. What Uchiha Sasuke do you want to surpass? You are the Jinchuriki of my mighty Nine Tails, what are they? Bai Ming was silent. He could feel the dissatisfaction of the Nine Tails inside him. Without comparison, there will be no fluctuations in people's hearts. Bai Ming admitted that in his heart, the companions of Konoha village are much more important than Nine Tails. Even, he himself was about to be assimilated by the people in the village. They think that the Nine Tails in their bodies are terrifying existences, companions who can harm their village. But when Chunin took the exam, he beat Neji and Gaara from drowsing technique. Various actions to protect the village, and various actions that gradually made Uzumaki Naruto recognized by others. It all came from Nine Tails protecting him. You have to protect the village and your companions, but in my heart, the only person I want to protect is you. Uzumaki Naruto. Bai Ming was confused and in a trance, shaking his head quickly to drive away the strange thoughts in his mind. Pointing to Nine Tails. HMPH. It's not that you always show me a scary look, you just want to escape from the seal to give me strength. Nine Tails also grinned. You are embarrassed to say, why can't you open your heart to me, but open your heart to those who exclude you and curse you? Are you stupid? Just say you Uzumaki Bai Ming is a fool. Bai Ming. I hate it to death. My mouth is too stupid to quarrel with you. Nine Tails. You silly boy. Watch Haiming kid perform what is called a strong man. You should be envious. That's right, in that kid Haiming's world, Sasuke followed him like a younger brother, 30-0. And that chick named Haruno Sakura, who can't be driven away. Bai Ming. Bai Ming. Slightly, if I don't listen, I won't listen. Te. Crack. As Uzumaki Naruto turns the seal of the abdomen with the chakra in the key. The door lock under the 8-sign seal is also slowly opened. Finally, after the last seal lock was opened, the gate of 8-sign seal was completely opened. Then, the entire gate disappeared. One person and one fox, standing and looking at each other. Nine Tails' ears couldn't help shaking a few times. Uzumaki Naruto chuckled lightly when he saw this. Llama. Congratulations on your exit. The corners of Nine Tails' mouth raised slightly. Now is not the time to talk about this matter. What are we going to do next? Of course, let the whole village see your majestic figure. After defeating Shuhei and Gaara, I will arrange for Myanmar to take Gaara to take advantage of the chaos and leave. That's too simple. Nine Tails laughed. Just as he was about to start action, 2 chakra energy fluctuations came from Naruto's spiritual world. This mutation immediately made one person and one fox nervous. Nine Tails even widened a pair of fox eyes, unable to believe. This chakra. Could it be they? Who? Naruto was taken aback, and hurriedly turned his head to look at Nine Tails. But in the next second, a strong force suddenly hugged Naruto in his arms. Naruto. My good boy. Impossible. The audience was also dumbfounded by the sudden vision. Only Uzumaki Kushina and Namikaze Minato. The two just smiled, without any overreaction. Jiraiya. Amazing. Minato actually sealed his own chakra and Kushina's chakra inside Naruto's body. Tsunade. I understand. Once the 8-sign seal is completely lifted, the two of them will come out to meet Naruto. Yurihong. This is what parents miss about their children. Uzumaki Kushina. It's not just a simple yearning. Minato will appear when Naruto has the 8th tail and repair the seal again. 8 tails. This is Everyone suddenly remembered what Naruto said before. When he has 4 tails, his body will suffer burn damage. 8-sign seal can use the chakra of the tailed beast, but it will also cause the seal to loosen due to long-term use. The 4th Hokage of Konoha village set up such a condition to prevent 9 tails from going completely berserk and breaking through the seal. 4th Raikage. As expected of a man who fought me several times in the 3rd Ninja World War and bears the title of Shadow, he can do such a handwriting. Namikaze Minato. Ahaha, I'm overwhelmed. Uzumaki Kushina. And because I wanted to see Naruto, Minato was sealed in the child's body together with my chakra. The condition is that when Naruto wants to fully use the power of 9 tails, I can come out to help him. 9 tails. Cut. You two are really good at scheming. I think Hei Ming is your own and didn't run away. 9 tails was dumbfounded. It didn't expect Namikaze Minato to set such a trigger condition when he sealed himself. I have to say that the clever ones of these two couples are also depressing. Just imagine. I worked hard for a long time to make Jinchuriki burst out with 8 tails, and the seal suddenly returned to before. This feeling of instant bankruptcy and futility can traumatize any living being and take a severe blow. 9 tails sees 2 familiar people. He opened his mouth and said, HMPH, I didn't expect the 2 of you to appear. I think you must have a lot to say to Naruto. I suggest that you can change to a place with a better environment. Uzumaki Naruto seems not to have heard what 9 tails said. He stared blankly at the 2 people in front of him. One was his father, 4th Hokage from Sleepy Leaf Village. The other one has dazzling red hair. If there is no accident, I think she is my mother, a member of the Uzumaki family. It turns out that my surname really followed my mother. However, Uzumaki Naruto, who was feeling the change in space, suddenly became nervous at this time. He didn't expect to release his parents' chakra after breaking the seal. And judging from 9 tails' surprised expression just now, even the fox who was sealed didn't know about it. It's numb. Uzumaki Naruto didn't know how to face the parents in front of him for a while. While he was excited, he was also frightened like a child who did something wrong. If the other party has been in their own spiritual world, then they also know clearly what they have done. Facing the father who used to be Konoha village Hokage, the village they protected was severely destroyed under their own planning. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't know how to explain to the 2. There is nothing to explain, Naruto. Suddenly, Namikaze Minato's gentle voice made Uzumaki Naruto tremble. Father. Namikaze Minato shakes his head. Your mother and I believe that you must have your own ideas. Namikaze Minato and Kushina, the 2 looked at Uzumaki Naruto in front of them with eyes full of indulgence. This relieved the nervous Naruto a little bit. The corners of the eyes became moist. Shimura Danzo. Damn it, Hiruzen, even Minato from the Black Naruto world has betrayed you, it's all because of your teaching. Sarutobi Hiruzen. What does this have to do with the old man? Besides, Minato and Kushina are already from another world, so they don't need to care so much. Namikaze Minato. I think it's okay to believe in Naruto. Before I sealed 9 tails, I told Kushina that I wanted our child. Uzumaki Kushina. Yes. No matter in any world, we firmly believe in Naruto. Besides, if there is no plan of Orochimaru, Naruto will take Gaara to scare the villagers of Konoha village. The reason why Konoha village suffered such a disaster is Orochimaru's the matter. It must be traced back to how you Konoha Gaoyasu solved the problem of rebellion and tolerance. Shimura Danzo. HMPH. It's not unreasonable for you to say that, Hiruzen, if you didn't let Orochimaru go because you couldn't bear it, these things wouldn't have happened. On the high platform of Beiming World, Sarutobi Hiruzen trembled with anger. Shimura Danzo, an old man, is afraid that he wants to take all the blame in front of the entire ninja world. Seeing this, Orochimaru said elatedly, Mr. Sarutobi, I never thought you would be here today. Master Danzo's target has always been you. Hearing this, Sarutobi Hiruzen glared at Orochimaru. Don't think that I don't know the tricks between you and him. Since you defected, you haven't broken contact with him. Danzo is really disgusting, don't give me a face. The family of 3 chatted a lot. Uzumaki Naruto's mood also began to become cheerful. And told Minato and Kushina about my practice in fishing. He even proudly stated that if the ninja world holds a fishing competition, he will definitely be the number 1 in the ninja world. However, Minato and Kushina are not clear about all this. The 2 of them smiled on their faces and felt pain in their hearts. They are very relieved that their children are very mature, but at the same time they are so mature that it makes people feel distressed. Naruto. Namikaze Minato touched Naruto's head. Even if the village is destroyed, it can be rebuilt. But you must pay attention, the ninja world is not as peaceful as you think. Your mother and I don't want to see you wandering outside alone. Minato paused, then continued. With your special status, you will definitely be targeted by many vicious people. It is very unsafe for you. And, speaking of this, Namikaze Minato's face suddenly darkened. The Nine Tails Rebellion back then didn't go berserk for no reason, someone. Namikaze Minato told Naruto what happened back then. Naruto's expression darkened. Father, let's not talk about the masked man first. Let's talk about the place where the mother gave birth is so hidden. How on earth did he find the exact location? 1. After saying this, Minato and Kushina looked at each other. The situation was urgent back then, and they really didn't think about such a problem. Since the location is only high, it is clear to those at the upper level that the masked person must have learned the information from the upper echelons of Konoha village. Thinking of this, Uzumaki Naruto felt angry. The high rises of Konoha village, sure enough, there are no good things. This time, Uzumaki Naruto's wrath may be directed at Konoha village's higher-ups. Sarutobi Hiruzen. It never occurred to me that only the four of us knew the exact location. Even Anbu, who was sent there, just told them to carry out a secret mission. Danzo 1, Kaharu, Yan, you 3, explain to me. Shimura Danzo. Hiruzen. What do you mean? You mean the three of us leaked such important information about Kushina? Mitokado Homura. Hiruzen, you. Udatane Kaharu. How can you doubt us so much? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Isn't it? Only the four of us, Minato and Kushina, and my wife who is the midwife know, and my wife was brutally killed by the masked man. Harmful. Dark cave. A red light flickered across the hollow of the mask. Uchiha Obito snorted coldly. They dog eat dog, it's really funny. Black Zetsu looked at Uchiha Obito who was talking to himself. Others don't know, but Black Zetsu's heart is very bright. In the infinite Tsukuyomi plan, the part of collecting tailed beasts is to collect them sequentially from 1 tail to 9 tails. At that time, Obito went to summon 9 tails, mainly to vent his anger. Vented his dissatisfaction with Namikaze Minato's inability to save Rin Nohara. By the way, stir up the conflict between Konoha village and the Uchiha clan. Waiting for the collection of 447 Genocide Night, Sharingan. It's all a thing of the past. Kushina and I are no longer from this world. The future still depends on yourself. Namikaze Minato looks proudly at his son in front of him. He's actually very satisfied with Naruto's approach, at least it's not bad for him. I still have the other half of the power of 9 tails inside me. But I don't know how to unblock the ghouls. If you really need it, find a way to undo it and learn Impure World Reincarnation, and I will give you the other half of the power of 9 tails. Father. Uzumaki Naruto suddenly shouted, then can I use dirt? Before he finished speaking, Uzumaki Naruto dismissed his thoughts. The appearance of being manipulated like a puppet is no real resurrection. Naruto. Uzumaki Kushina is also doting on Naruto's head. You have to remember that people will leave sometime. As parents, we hope that your future will be happy. You will have your own family in the future. After listening to Kushina's words, he asks, Mother, I want to know whether our Uzumaki family can be extinct. Is it true that Xianglin said that they peeped at our abilities and mysteries, that's why they... Kushina heard the sound, nodded slightly, but said with a dissuading voice, it was besieged by the Ninja Village Alliance, hey. But Naruto, don't you, that's impossible, mother. If you say you can sit back and watch your own family being wiped out, you really can't be counted as a human being. Uzumaki Naruto's refusal made Kushina and Minato shake their heads helplessly. The wings are so hard that I don't listen to my old lady's dissuasion. Kushina slapped Naruto violently on the head, but said distressedly, I know what you're thinking, but that's too dangerous. If you have this idea, you might as well have a few more children in a down-to-earth manner in the future. Then the child will have another child. In the future, won't our Uzumaki family stand on the ninja stage again? Uzumaki Naruto covered his head, he knew that Kushina was thinking about his safety. But, okay. I'm obedient, Naruto said against his will, it's still mother's idea. That's natural. Uzumaki Kushina forces a smile, but her and Minato's figures gradually fade away. Kushina, the time to maintain chakra is coming. Nu. The two stopped talking and looked at Naruto at the same time. We're leaving, Naruto. You have to take good care of yourself and don't do anything too dangerous. Kushina reminded Naruto again, Seeing Naruto nodding frantically, the corners of her eyes got wet. Naruto, thank you for being my child. But I'm really sorry, Naruto. Not good. All the ninjas couldn't help but shuddered. The brief meeting between He Ming and his parents was touching, but left more panic to everyone. This time, Haiming's anger was not only directed at Konoha village. Kuromaki's world, perhaps the entire ninja world will be affected by his fire. Pure Land world. Uchiha Madara narrowed her eyes. In his opinion, Uzumaki is a bit arrogant. He should have listened to his mother. No. As part of Nine Tails Jinchuriki, Infinite Tsukuyomi's plans. Unfortunately, Uzumaki has no future to speak of. And Uzumaki Hakuming, they're all the same. Akatsuki, Daiwang frowned. Deidara. Hey. That kid has got the power of 9 tails. How do we get rid of him in 3 years? But his big spiral U is really cool. Red Sand Scorpion. I think you want to betray? Deidara. Hehe, that's impossible. The most I want is to compete with him in art. Kakuzu. Nowadays, it's just not clear how many perfect 9 tails Jinchuriki there are. Hidan. No matter how strong you are, you can't beat Lord Cthulhu. Hoshigaki Kisame. Daisen, but I feel that Uzumaki doesn't seem to think about these things. After dealing with the Konoha village matter, he is very likely to launch a war against the entire ninja world under the banner of revenge for the Uzumaki clan. Kakuzu. HMPH. Then it will be easier for us to act. The Uzumaki family? Konan turned to look at Pain. She didn't know how Nagato, who was also from the Uzumaki clan, would feel in his heart. Moreover, what kind of reaction will Uzumaki Black Ming have after learning that Nagato is of his kind? In the discussion group, there was a lot of discussion at this time. Shimura Danzo. Huh. What an arrogant brat, you want to attack all the ninja villages. Then I have to become the Hokage of the Black Naruto world. This is a great fighter. Onoki. If it's against a few ninja villages, it won't be as simple as him dealing with Konoha. Fourth Raikage. That is inevitable, he is not the Jinchuriki of our village. Terumi Mei. By the way, did you all participate in the siege of the Uzumaki clan? Onogi. Don't panic, little one, it's your Kirigakure's fault too. Terumi Mei. Senju Hashirama. Hey, it's messed up, it's completely messed up. Senju Tobirama. Now I'm afraid that he will use Konoha village's failure to support Uzushio village as an excuse to do radical things to Konoha village. Shimura Danzo. Don't worry, teacher, he must not be able to, as long as I can become the 5th Hokage in the world of Kuro Naruto, I will stop him. Sarutobi Hiruzen. He. I'll watch Danzo's after that, please do your best. Stay until Minato and Kushina's chakra leave. Heard that sentence. I'm sorry, Naruto Uzumaki Naruto's eyes are moist, and his heart is mixed. Silently said. How can a parent say sorry to a child? Wiping his eyes, he came to 9 tails again. Do you need to adjust your mood? Naruto. No, Kurama. Uzumaki Naruto said with a smile. I know a lot of things, and I also think about a lot of things. But first, we need to solve the big civet cat in front of us. Let me see, the power you keep talking about. Humph. 9 tails shouted happily. Then you should make good use of my power. The voice falls to the ground. Uzumaki Naruto suddenly felt his body was enveloped by an unbelievably powerful chakra via. Even, the entire space has stable fluctuations due to this force. At this moment, a golden flame suddenly burst out from Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto's original clothes also broke the zipper because of the golden chakra, but a golden cloak was attached to him. The 6 paths texture on the face did not become rough and ferocious because of 9 tails chakra, but instead formed 6 regular black bars of the same size. Even because the golden chakra turned into arrogance, Uzumaki Naruto's golden hair is like a burning flame, and the hair looks like 2 pairs of small horns. The venue of the Chunin exam. A huge wave of air swept across the venue. At the same time, before everyone could reflect on the specific situation, the empty bullets that Shoko had mentioned had already spewed out. The target is exactly where Uzumaki Naruto was at the same time. Those people can't do anything, they will be of great help to me in the future. Haha, Naruto, you must play well. Let that stinky cat see the power of you and me alone. Of course. Uzumaki Naruto hits his fists. It's time to F*K, Kurama. Come on. Not good. It's the end. Looking at the training empty bullets flying towards this side, Yamanaka Ino, Haruno Z and the others felt their legs go limp in fright. Even lost the idea of escape. Hateful. Is this the end? Uchiha Sasuke gritted his teeth unwillingly. If you die like this, how can you take revenge? Pity. Maybe this is my own strength, I can only stop here. But after thinking about it, Uchiha Sasuke suddenly prayed in his heart, Naruto, you must have a way. Of course. Just when everyone closed their eyes and waited for death to come, when Hitaki Kakashi and Might Guy looked at their disciples in despair, a golden ray of light suddenly flashed in front of the two of them. The next second, I saw a figure standing in front of everyone. With the swing of the cloak behind him, the golden cloak instantly hit Shukaku's training bullet. Boom. Following a loud noise, Shohei's wind-style training empty ammo was thrown back by the guy with a golden radiance all over his body with a cloak in the same way. Boom. Practicing empty bullets accurately and unmistakably hit Shuhei's abdomen, and with a loud noise, the entire venue was instantly swept by the gust of wind. Wow. Another big hurricane. Stop yelling, guy. We were also saved. Who is that person? Hitaki Kakashi and Might Guy, while defending themselves against the hurricane, they talked to each other in amazement. Wait until everything calms down. Kakashi realizes that the person standing in front of everyone is impossible. That person. Is that man Naruto? Nani. Not only Hitaki Kakashi from Hei Ming World, but all audiences in Bai Ming World almost dropped their jaws in shock when they saw this scene. This is the strength of Nine Tails Jinchuriki? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Why is his tail beast transformation different from other people's tail beast transformation? And, what kind of move was that? Uzumaki only relied on the swing of the cloak behind him, and Byron countered Shuzuru's training empty bullet like hitting a baseball. What does this mean? Onoki. Impossible. That's a wind-style chakra shot by Shukaku, how could it be hit back so easily? Terumi Mei. What kind of cape is that, even? Fourth Raikage. Aren't you freaked out, is that a cape? That's chakra from Nine Tails. Orochimaru. Esbarasi, beautiful, is that what Naruto-kun looks like after he completely liberates Nine Tails chakra? No, only half of it. Jiraiya. Is this so outrageous? Half of Nine Tails chakra actually neutralized Shukaku's attack with a single swipe of chakra. Nine Tails. You blind brat. Why am I so surprised? Who do you think I am? Shuhei. Damn stinky fox, what are you proud of? Wait quietly for a few seconds. Everyone found that they didn't seem to be affected, so they plucked up the courage to look up. Just looking at it, I was dumbfounded again. Who is this golden guy in front of us? Could it be that he saved us? Who are you? Naruto. Is it Naruto? Uchiha Sasuke was the first to react, and asked solidly, almost tremblingly. Help. No injury. At this time, Uzumaki Naruto asked softly. At this moment, the ninja in the same period could see his identity through the profile of the opponent. It's Naruto, really Naruto. Yamanaka Ino almost jumped on him excitedly. Fortunately, Haruno Sakura has quick eyes and quick hands, and immediately pressed it down. Ino, it's really Naruto, it was Naruto who saved us. Hey. Hey. Naruto, why did you suddenly become that sailor? Inuzuka Tooth stares wide-eyed, unable to believe that the person in front of him is really Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto-kun, you have always been handsome. Hyuga Hinata said happily. Looking at the glittering Uzumaki Naruto, Hinata couldn't help but blush when he remembered the scene where the other party encouraged him. At this time, Jiraiya and Orochimaru, who were still fighting, stopped their movements at the same time. They looked towards the audience. That's. Orochimaru frowned, feeling that something was wrong. Jiraiya, on the contrary, laughed loudly. It seems that Naruto has succeeded, Orochimaru, your ambition has come to an end. Successful? What succeeded? Could it be that? Orochimaru looked at Uzumaki Naruto with deep eyes. Could it be that kid has mastered the power of Nine Tails? Orochimaru, you've become stupid. Your plan has completely failed. Seal. Seeing that Naruto successfully grasped the power of Nine Tails, Sarutobi Hiruzen also successfully captured the first generation and second generation items. At this time, the sky resounded with a loud eagle's howl at the same time. Uzumaki Naruto raised his head and looked at the flying eagle hovering in the sky. Naruto, it seems that the surviving villagers of Konoha village have made arrangements. They are preparing to launch a general counterattack. You know, it's the right time for us to appear. Naruto finished speaking, and glanced at Sarutobi Hiruzen. According to what Namikaze Minato told himself just now, the trick Sarutobi Hiruzen used was to seal up the ghouls. Unfortunately, those who use this trick will also lose their lives. Naruto, that old man, it's the right time to go. Uzumaki Naruto said flatly. I have talked about the will of fire all my life, and this way of death is suitable for him. And Uzumaki Naruto looked up at Shuzuru, who seemed to be mad. After the death of third generation, the senior management of Konoha village lost its backbone, and there should be great changes. We will just wait and see the changes. The first priority now is to make Gaara awake. However, at this time, Shohei, who was attacked, was full of anger. Backquote this breath, this chakra, it's that damned stinky fox. Damn it, you dare to let me eat it. I'm going to blow you up. Shozuru found Uzumaki Naruto, who was shining with golden light all over his body. Not only was he not afraid, but he showed a hint of cunning. This trick, let me see how you rebound. The idea is settled. Blue and black chakra balls emerged from Shuhei's mouth. When the chakra condensed together, it formed a purple chakra sphere. Naruto was stunned. What is Shuhei doing? Why is the color of this chakra ball very similar to my big snail you, like the color produced by overcompressing chakra? You're right. The truth is like this, that's the unique trick of our tailed beast bomb. Tailed beast bomb. Uzumaki Naruto was taken aback when he heard this, but no matter what, the power of the chakra ball that compressed and fired the huge chakra of the tailed beast can be imagined how terrifying it is. I will do this too, we can gather a star that collides with it. But in that case, the whole leaf may no longer exist. Is there any other way? Uzumaki Naruto said calmly. I can only say that tailed beast bomb is divided into two types. One is that it will be launched directly after the accumulation is completed, and it will explode when it reaches the critical point. The second is to swallow this tailed beast bomb into the stomach, and then spray it out in a laser-like offensive form. Naruto, look, I know what to do. Uzumaki Naruto chuckles. At the same time, sleepy in Leaf Village shelter. Anko looked at Azuki Yuyan, who was covered in scars and was terrified. It's okay, I'm lucky, but a few bones are broken, I'll be fine after a period of training. I just don't know, the current battle situation. Shion said weakly. The next second, she heard someone beside her excitedly shouting. Hey, look quickly, that golden fox is as big as Shuhei. Yes. The villagers didn't know how to express their feeling of escaping death at this moment. But, they're funny, the forbidden point is that Uzumaki Naruto has finally wielded the power they once feared. Naruto, I'm going to F*K. Nine Tails shouted loudly. The golden claws instantly pounce on the tailed beast bomb of Shuhei. Damn stinky fox, what do you want to do? Please eat meatballs, raccoon cat. During the speech, the golden fox claws actually pushed the entire tailed beast bomb into the mouth of the guarding crane. He, you idiot looking for death. Shuhei doesn't care. Swallow the tailed beast bomb into the stomach without delaying its ejection. Sinai. Boom. Thick energy rays spewed out from Shuhei's mouth. But at this time, Rasengan in the golden fox's hand immediately attacked. The moment the laser light collided with Rasengan, it scattered in all directions. Boom. 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 The ground continued to explode, and black smoke accompanied by flames burst out from around the venue. This scene even made the people present dumbfounded. Hey. Sasuke, is that man really Naruto? Inuzuka Fang couldn't believe that Naruto could turn into a fox as big as that monster. I know how to use Rasengan, of course Naruto is not fake, it's just. This power is too great, pour it. The huge explosion outside the venue shook the entire venue. Naruto had no choice but to lie on the ground temporarily in order to stabilize his body. Impossible. How did he block my tailed beast bomb? Department, Jinchuriki. However, Uzumaki Naruto has no time to pay attention to Shuzuru, who is still in shock. He jumped up and landed on Shuhei's head, then slapped Gaara on the face. Snapped. The slap went down, Shukaku's body trembled. The eyes gradually dimmed. Stinky fox, you are so annoying. Damn fox Jinchuriki. Next time I see you, I will tear you apart.